very loudly.
Here we are to talk about professional wrestling.
Nobody knows the whole story, so I'll tell you.
How about you, Jason?
Oh, this is like a murder room. This is great.
Lots of black sex magicians out there, right?
And look down like, what the fuck?
Oh, we're gonna just do it this way and nobody's gonna stop us.
I want to show that a real champion has to do things for the community, for your people, for other women, you know?
In this business, what you sell is emotions. If you manage to get people invested, you did it.
That's for sure, some videotapes.
It's time for another MMM show.
Welcome to another edition of Mass Mats and Ma'am. I'm your host, Justin Outlaw Harvey. You can find me on social media at JustinHarvey75. You can find the entire show on social media at MMMshow75. Before I introduce the panel, I'm going to send a shout out to my homie Gary DeFranco, who passed away this week. He was on my other podcast, Grage Against the Machine, not too long ago. He was basically the other me, which makes it really, really weird. Like me and Gary were never in the same place at the same time. We were two guys from Cleveland. We both worked for Pilgrim. He did Ultimate Fighting shows. He did car shows. We did the same. We were the same guy. Like if you wanted Gary for a project, you wanted me for a project, and vice versa. Like whichever one of us you could get was what you ran with, because we did the same thing for a long time. But we were good friends, and you know, I'm gonna have some pierogies for my man Gary, who is a Cleveland homie, who was a reality TV producer like myself. He was 47 years old, and I don't know all the circumstances of what was going on. His mother made it sound like he was dealing with something for a little while, but I had developed a show with him about a year and a half ago. So pouring out for my homie Gary DeFranco. We miss you. We love you, brother, and safe travels out there. And moving on to the fun stuff. I'm going crazy this week, guys. I want to do pops and drops first.
Okay.
Well,
Now we're cooking.
Because I'm hot. I'm hot right now. On some of the things that I just feel like it's a good place to start with this week, because I feel like we have important stuff to get to later. Also, I got to give a pop to Grayson Waller. I'm giving my pop to Grayson Waller right now.
What? No, I'm out. I'm out of the show. I don't. No, I'm kidding. Go ahead, man.
I'm giving my pop of the week to Grayson Waller. Bro, he got demoted, kind of, but the promo was fire. Did you hear the promo, Tony?
I actually, everybody sent it to me, so yeah, I did see it.
It's not, and like I don't even care about the content and the story or this, that, or the other thing. I'll tell you the reason why I feel like it was dope. Because every time they've given that kid a shot at something, he has put his all into it. For better, for worse, whether you like it or not, whatever. I'm not mad at anybody who's like, Grayson Waller's not for me. I get it. Maybe he's not for you. But you got to applaud the effort. And I think this is part of what WWE is looking for sometimes when they send someone down to NXT. It's like, bro, we can't find the bandwidth for you on the main show. Like, they tried. And, like, Grayson was good. He was good at the live shows. And, like, he was kind of a second-rate Miz, a second-tier Miz on the main card. You could plug him into some of those things, but, like, they couldn't find a way to build him into something more serious and credible. Like, Miz is like LL Cool J, where, like, you think LL Cool J is just done, but somehow he'll put a banger on a record that's, like, 20 years after his prime. Like, I don't even know. Like, Miz just has this uncanny knack for somehow still managing every now and then to have a segment or some kind of relevance, whatever. Grayson wasn't quite hitting some of those notes the same way, but he sure as hell was trying. And every time you give that kid a spot, you give him a moment, you send him out to do some kayfabe work with the media, whatever. And he's the biggest protector of old school wrestling out of this whole young new crop. He really is. Like, I can't wait till Grayson Waller is a grumpy old man doing podcasts 30 years from now. He's going to be the best. Like Disco Inferno, I look out because this guy's coming for your job in 30 years. And he'll be that, dancing fool guy that people remember, but is like so smart about the business and has a great take on it. But look, I hope this is a short stint for him in NXT. I hope he goes down, shakes the tree, sees what falls out, comes back up to the main roster as a bigger player, or that they just keep bouncing him around. Maybe send him to do some AAA too, like send him to TNA to do some stuff, send him wherever. Like,
they're not going to send him to TNA. He dogged TNA, and they don't work with TNA anymore. They got all their stuff from him. They got all the talent that they're
until you heard Nick Nemeth talking about him on Busted Open today.
Well,
yes, I still listened. They love it. It's because it is kayfabe. It's a work, guys. It's a work. Yeah. Yes, he dogged TNA, but still, it's a work. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, that's my pop.
Yeah. Well, I think based on everything I know and have seen, I think he might be cursing himself by doing so well. And sorry, I just got distracted. I get distracted by stuff. Tony was telling me why earlier today on the phone. But I ordered camera gear, and it came with these stickers, and I don't understand.
By the way, that was yesterday.
One of the days, the sun was up.
The sun was up.
Anyway,
it was on a day where there was sun, because that's what happens during the day.
Anyways, I think he's going to do so well that they're going to realize he's a draw and he can carry a segment, and that they need him or someone to do that in NXT, and they'll end up keeping him there.
Maybe. I'm okay with that. Like, look, just what are wrestlers?
If it makes the show good.
You find your lane, and you hit the accelerator as hard as you can in whatever lane you can get in. That's all I'm saying. The kid did that this week, and out of all the stuff I saw in wrestling, like great pay-per-view, I get my pop of the week could be for the most absurd segment that WWE has ever done with that fucking Danhausen, Joe Hendry, whatever. I can't even make that my drop of the week because it's so. I don't even know. It wasn't even. We'll get to it. But anyway, give me a pop. Anybody else got a pop? You guys want to?
Okay, I'll do it. Oh, you got one, Bear?
Oh, I was gonna say that Detroit crowd tonight. Holy shit, those guys were awesome. Get those guys a pay-per-view. Holy,
we were complaining about the theater shows a couple weeks ago, saying that these theater places, these theater venues just weren't doing it. Well, no, people, it's your fucking city, because Detroit came hard on that mug. And when I was there at their Detroit show at the Masonic Temple last year, it was one of the best live crowds I had been in. It was amazing,
Yeah.
I should have gone to it this year, but
yeah, I was catching up on Redemption today. I've been watching the pay-per-view over the last 3 days, and I just finished a half hour ago. But I think it's a very cool visual. It's a very cool style, and it's a very cool motif with AEW to have their Dynamite show at a smaller venue full of character and rabid fans, and then it makes the pay-per-views that much bigger when it's a sold-out arena.
I don't disagree, but some of these theater shows have fallen flat.
Yeah,
and then it looks like you look like bad ECW knockoff.
Yeah,
because ECW could go into a room with 300 people and it sounded like 4,000. Lucha Underground, how many people were in there? 270.
No more than 300, and the building would shake, and you'd be in the crowd. You'd be deaf when you would come out. Your ears would be ringing. It was monstrous, And then you get these crowds with AEW where you got 4,000 or 5,000 people in this nice intimate theater setting, and a lot of times it's like
it's not even a cat purring. It's terrible. And then, but tonight, whew, Detroit Bear, we should have gone to this show. I know we got other plans, but
I've been tight. It was a also just in general. I mean, I was a little bit. The pay-per-view is fine. I thought this Dynamite was great.
Oh my god!
He could not say that more often. Like, he just finding reasons to say that.
So we need to take that picture of him and TK, and then like Back to the Future TK out of the photo.
Oh, you know what we can do next week? We should be like, hey,
I thought the Dynamite was great today. I thought the Dynamite.
Hey,
I thought
he's back in the photo.
What did you think of Redemption?
Redemption, not so great, but like it was fine. But this Dynamite tonight, especially with that hot crowd and just the show is really good, and I think they're definitely. The pay-per-view served its purpose to get us to the Dynamite today to build the all in. That's what it was. It was like a sort of transition pay-per-view, if that was a thing,
Would you compare it to Forbidden Door, where it just feels like there they are, where it kind of feels like an oddly placed moment of importance for the show?
I felt like Forbidden Door as a concept was kind of whack, and I would have rather like them split the difference and put Redemption somewhere, in the middle of where Forbidden Door and Redemption was, and then built a bigger Redemption, and just had like a slightly better pay-per-view. I don't know, but I'm excited for All In and this
Forbidden Redemption.
Yeah, Forbidden Redemption. There we go. Something. I don't know. It just felt like
that's what I do, man. What can I say? That's what I do.
I like the cross-branded show of Forbidden Door, though, but it's a branded name. But I would like maybe a different name
from other companies.
Well, it's just I think it would be.
Yeah, but haven't they signed a deal with New Japan? So basically, we're getting Forbidden Door for another 5 years at least.
Yeah, I think the idea.
Door,
But yeah, like calling it Forbidden Door, it sets up at this point wrong expectations. Like the wrestling world on a screen is divided into owned by TKO or works with AEW.
Or owned by TK. There's just like one letter difference now.
Yeah. Well, New Japan is only owned by TK in metaphorical sense.
Well, I mean, they're pwned.
Yeah.
They are.
So.
Well, I mean, he does own New Japan because everything that you loved about New Japan 4 years ago is in AEW right now.
Yeah, I just wish they would be at the top of the card in AEW.
You want Ishii at the top of the card?
I want Jay White.
About New Japan.
Okada as a world champ would be fun, but I understand. Now he's in his like over the hill run in AEW apparently.
Okay, so Okada or Bandito, if you had to choose, which one of those two would you put the AEW title on between the two?
Why would you
first of all, I would do Okada. I love Bandito, but Okada is the man, and he's still
Coma's gonna kill you in your sleep.
No, come on. It's just if I had to choose between the two, if I could, I would do both. But it's different circumstances.
Lovers, feeling like
I don't know.
Anyways, the question is moot because Andrade is going to be the next non-white world champion.
Isn't he going to be the first non-white world champion? Oh, we're counting Swerve.
Swerve. When he drops.
Swerve.
Wait, are you removing Swerve's black card? What just happened in the show?
I mean, it wasn't me that did it. It was
and also
Booker T and
it wasn't me.
Joe. Don't shortchange Joe
or Booker T.
I'm sorry. Like, I love how Mexican I am that I can invoke those things and then Byron runs. It's just like.
Yo, Bars in the house. Brent Allen Ross. Bar, what's up?
Brent.
Yeah, nice strong choice. Sup. Yo, realm, sup.
Sup.
Our chat goes hard. Sup. Yo.
Hey yo.
Sorry. Hey yo.
Hey.
Okay, so solid pop from Bear Brandon. Mr. Tony Allen, do you have a pop of the week? Brent's probably tuning in like, shit, is the show over already? No, I'm doing pops and drops first because there's some other stuff I want to get to, and I don't want to force them to wait to the end for pops and drops.
Andrade winning the AEW National Championship, which I discovered when he won it and held the title, that it has a little United States map on it. So it is the United States.
Can we not say that the pop is for Andrade winning the national title and just say that the pop is for Andrade winning a singles title in AEW?
Yeah,
because I hate the fact that it's that belt, and I know that he's already legitimizing that belt more than it's been legitimized yet. But at the same time, like in my mind, I want it to be something better than that, so I'm just going to pretend that it is.
Well, it's they seem to have the international belt seems to be this is my toy I hired from overseas that I can't fit into the world title program, but they're world champion, just not in my company here. So like Okada, Takeshita, but
Kyle Fletcher, those guys will all be
Fletcher. Then but it's like the 1B title sort of.
Well,
definitely.
The biggest problem that I have with the national title, it's and maybe I'm wrong here, but like, so do you have to have a green card to hold that title? Like, no, hold on, because on Friday there's going to be a match that is the women's Mexican National Championship, and that only is like you can only contend for it by being a Mexican national,
right?
Which is like, I mean, I know he was married to an American woman at one point. We'll talk about that. But is that how this works? So what are the rules? What is the difference? What does it do?
Well, I mean, I think you have to look at it this way. You have to put it into context of the company that put countries in the Pacific on an Atlantic title.
Yeah, well,
like engraved them on there and then had the gall to call the bitch Atlantic. Like, do wrestling fans and promoters not know their oceans? Do we think that places like Australia and China are sitting in the Atlantic? I mean, have we been so
Gulf of Mexico?
Have we been so Gulf of America that we can't figure out our oceans anymore, like the big ones? There's not that many of the big ones.
You know what, Byron? You should get a shirt that says, "I love the Gulf of America," and just walk around for the next week. just we'll see what happens.
Are we still calling it? Are people still trying to call it that? Like Google Maps?
That's the name of it, isn't it?
No,
Gulf
You're
of
not
America?
American?
We can't unilaterally change a global map and body of water. That's the dumbest thing in the whole
Rex got
world.
jokes. Promoters did not watch Carmen Sandiego as children. Where in the world is Carmen Sandiego?
You can unilaterally kidnap a president of a country and then jail. So I guess you can do whatever the fuck you want.
America.
That is true.
Don't like that, guys. But yeah, that was my pop up that week.
That was solid. That was super solid. And don't get me wrong, I almost gave it to homegirl Maya too, but Grayson but Grayson put in work.
Yeah.
Comatose pop of the week. What you got?
I think you've already sort of covered where I was going to go with it. Definitely the Grayson Waller thing I thought was great, man. And if you get the chance to watch the full
how you know?
How you know? I watched the damn thing, man. I was watching that live. It was amazing. I thought it's played on as it was. It was just the full sort of version covers why he was back, and that was to capture the one thing he hasn't got, which was the NXT Championship, because he feels it legitimizes who he should be, and who everybody that has won it, once they're put up on the main roster, they've been able to sort of been put on a pedestal because they've had that. And I just think it was really, really cool that they sort of touched that, and the fact that they sort of cut his mic off at the end and sort of played that sort of, I'm going off the grid, and just rattled a few cages was kind of cool. No, I just thought it was cool. It was cool to see that anyway, because you don't sort of see that. Other things, I really enjoyed watching the homies ICP in the crowd tonight. Just thought I'd throw that out there because I'm a massive fan. So, and on that topic, it was cool. I was catching up on a few episodes of checking out the Ring of Honor, and it was cool to see a few crossovers from JCW in there as well.
Who was it?
Big Al, Alice Crowley was kind of cool. It was cool to see her.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I saw.
Yeah, so it was just.
She's good. I'm surprised. I'm not surprised that they're interested.
Yeah, I mean, it's just great to see that sort of recognition, man. That's probably been my pop for the week. Yeah.
Detroit Motor City came through, y'all.
D-Town
came through. Byron.
Well, I would talk about like the 5-star thing going on over in Stardom. The G1 I think is also going on in New Japan, and I just think it's messed up that they're both going on at the same time, and I just can't watch either of them right now because we have a huge week coming up next week, and I'll just watch the 5-star in a month from now. Yeah, and then I'll watch G1 highlights.
Byron, who never watches any damn thing live. Like, if anybody wonders why Byron doesn't come to our pay-per-view watch parties, it's because Byron is not watching what the rest of us are fucking watching. He is 39 minutes behind at best. At best.
He's an hour behind on a 2-hour show every Wednesday.
No,
yeah,
you guys, he's 3 days behind right now. He just caught up today.
Yeah, he's still watching Revolution as we speak.
I haven't watched the press conference. I haven't watched the press conference from Revolution yet, so bear with me. I might be out of the loop on a few things.
Redemption, everybody.
Redemption.
You know, Casey and I told Byron about Game of Thrones when the show started, and it had already been out for 5 years, by the way, when we started this show. I think Byron finished it 3 weeks ago for the 15th anniversary of Game of Thrones.
No, I've told you this, and I'm going to say it again because it's going to upset you all over again. I watched season 1. I watched up in season, I think I watched season 2. I watched up until the Dragon Lady burned her husband and then woke up. The Dragon Lady burned her funeral husband. Yeah. Okay, and she woke up in the
Jason Momoa is who he's talking about. By the way,
I know who he is. I know who he is.
That's the first. That's like the 7th episode of the first season.
And she woke up with the little baby dragons, and she's like, "Oh, I guess there is a Santa Claus." And then from there, I stopped. Then later on, it's the last 3 episodes of the entire show. And
so
wait.
What you're saying is what made you stop watching the show was dragons and titties?
Oh no.
This is why you stopped watching a show?
I was like, it can't get better than this.
Oh,
it just does not get better than this.
That logic makes sense. Like we reached the pinnacle of television with dragons and boobs, so now I'm done.
And if I watch too long, I'm gonna get dipped back into the incest part of the show. I had to cut out.
Okay, well, yeah, you should watch the Theon Greyjoy stuff that happens in season 3.
I'm watching House of Dragons. That's a phenomenal show.
House of
Dragons is all based on one nice solid book.
The next one should just be called Tits and Dragons. That would be a great.
I mean, I'm watching.
Yeah,
I'm sure Rebecca's watching.
But I do want to say my pop of the week will be one I'm excited.
My God, that was the preamble. Jesus fucking Christ!
Well, you guys interrupted and had 5 other conversations. I can't be held responsible for that.
That is you.
So,
that is you. That's what I was telling you earlier yesterday.
I would have been done by now. But Tony, you have to take my turn too. You guys talk too much. Anyways. I'm excited for Grand Slam. I think that's going to be a really special show and event. And I think it's really cool that it's a Wednesday night show. It's not a pay-per-view show.
I'm going to talk about that whole thing. We're going to do a whole segment on that in a moment. But.
And then, but I do, my official pop will be Maya World and her run. And not only just her personal story and all of that, but the whole thing about her symbolizes the good part of wrestling. What is the potential for the good part of wrestling? You get a happy ending. You get something that the people get behind, and the company sees that. The other wrestlers see that, and they don't say no. You have to watch it our way. Everything has to be done the way we originally intended. This is something that is an organic bit of fire that they are letting burn, and they're running with it. And it's a feel-good story. I haven't watched Dynamite. No, I did. I saw her match, so I know she hasn't lost already. So it's still feel-good.
I was scared for a second there because I thought I was like, oh no, they're gonna hot potato this title.
Well, it was Persephone. I mean, it wouldn't be that. Yeah, but it's and also they're legitimizing her, and it's working, and she's getting over, and she's hanging with everyone.
Wow.
So, what?
No,
did I say something bad?
No, Rebecca.
Rebecca in
the graphic shit on the
wow.
Oh my God. Hey, we need Rebecca. Settle down. You're going to ruin our monetization.
Can we?
She's the moderator in the chat.
Can we get demonetized? Can we get demonetized for the chat? That was weird. All right.
She has to self-censor. She's the moderator.
That's my pop. Is when we argue so much about WWE wanting, like all the stuff that you like in WWE, they take away and they want to redo it their way. And this is an example of it going the good way, organic way for the fans, and it feels good. I think it's great. Yeah.
Are we still talking about the Dragons?
No, that was my word.
I just remembered a dragon-esque link Casey sent me one time that will definitely get us demonetized.
Oh, when we went to
Speaking of which, wait a minute, we forgot to say happy birthday to Casey. Holy beep!
Happy birthday, Casey! It's his birthday. He hates his birthday. He gets really sad.
Byron,
so
did you say happy birthday to Casey today?
I did. All right. First, I'm on the West Coast, so I'm behind a bunch of people. But also, I am getting a birthday present made for him, and he's going to what? Is it happening still, Tony?
No, I'm just like amazed.
Happy birthday, Professor.
Capabilities.
By my what?
By your English speaking capabilities.
Brent,
why am I getting criticized by the guy who doesn't even speak English in his first 5 languages?
Brent got jokes.
That's my point exactly.
You'll like this one, Byron. I think I like WWE as much as I like America. They are run by the same people.
They are. They are.
Yeah.
That's very astute. Wait,
hey,
what does this guy do? What is this on my way thing? What time zone
is he? He's on his who knows, but he's on his way from work.
He does something evil with computers.
Right, that means he's buying, right? When we go to
dinner.
Okay.
Hey, I already got some invoices for him.
He's the gainfully employed member of this show.
Oh God, don't even get me started.
All right, so everyone got a pop. My drop of the week. Coma, plug your
Bear. Hold on, Bear. Did you just accepted the collaboration of the reel we did this morning? He think he can sneak it in while we're on the show. Come on, man. We get notifications every time.
He's like,
It's great. He's like, oh shit.
Accept
11 a.m. in the morning. Like click.
Happy birthday, Casey. I don't know if you're listening or not. He probably turned it off because I started with somebody dying instead of his birthday. He's probably mad at me right now.
Everyone, well, he doesn't have socials. Tweet at me or message me, and I'll screenshot it and send it over to him.
So Dani de las Luchas is asking because she if Moxley is coming next Wednesday. I don't know if you guys remember, but there was a syringe traumatizing her from these guys. So she's
afraid that he's going to cross the border with the syringe.
Yeah,
no, but that's not him.
I think they confiscate the sharps.
Wasn't it him? Wasn't it?
No, it was
Hangman? Was it Hangman?
It was Swerve and Hanger. I mean, it might have been in. Did he do it in the
No, he bled a bunch
too?
before that episode. So
they did it for sure.
And for the record, you can't stop Hangers from coming because he has cut the longest wrestling promo in Spanish in history of all promotions, including Mexican promotions.
That's my drop, by the way.
That is the longest Spanish promo ever in the history of professional wrestling or lucha libre.
I love that promo. I thought it was cool. I think it's good now that they have someone who is actually Mexican to do that.
Dudes have lost their masks and dedicated it to their dead fathers in shorter time than Hangman got to speak in Spanish.
Well, he's from Virginia. They speak a little slower in the country.
There are 19 Spanish-speaking wrestlers in AEW that have never spoken a word on television, and Hangman has given the longest Spanish promo in the history of wrestling.
2 of them are mutes, by the way, because that's what their character is.
That's their character. That's fine. That's fine.
Well, if
So
Penta stayed, he could have been there and done it.
But I'm telling you, I've been in catering at AEW. All of these people speak perfect Spanish. They could all have cut the same promo as Hangman Page. Where's Pato? I don't see him. Oh, there he is. Pato.
What up?
What up? Oh, there's a Pato voice? How come everyone's doing the same thing?
Quack.
Yeah, we did a quack last time. You weren't here because you're never on the live thing.
Oh.
Pato. Quack. I'm gonna sample that. It's like you know what I had a lot of fun with my kids tonight by playing the Darth Vader no over and over again as a sound drop from my computer. It's
do you remember the old soundboards?
Yeah.
And like the prank calls. Who is your daddy and what does he do?
Cleveland is in fact in the South. Not at all.
Actually,
you know how you can tell Cleveland is not in the South? We do not have a Waffle House here. Any place where you go and there's a Waffle House is in fact the South. Cleveland does not have a Waffle House. It is not.
You got to move, dude. You got to get out of there.
I don't want to live in the South. The South has racism.
But to be honest, do you want to live in Cleveland?
That's true.
The racism in the South is exquisite.
Yeah.
All right. So my drop of the week, Comatose, you can plug your. Oh no, I don't have to do it yet. Pato has to do his pop of the week first.
My pop. I don't know if you're gonna kill me or not, but the Grayson Waller pipe bomb that he did on NXT.
He already took
me and Coma both picked that as our pop too. We love you. Yay!
Well done.
One of us. One of us.
I really like it. Well, that'd be my pop.
Great. We love you now. Okay, so now I can get to my drop. My drop of the week, Comatose, plug your ears, is Saul Ruca.
Oh.
The entire Saul Ruca of the Saul Ruca-ness, which is amazing because the entire Saul Ruca of the Saul Ruca-ness has been the pop of the week before, but it is now the drop of the week. And it is the exact opposite of Grayson Waller in the fact that she was in a good spot. She had a chance. She didn't get it done. And it's not to say that that's some bad thing, but it really feels like, man, Saul's not getting used to this bigger ring. There's just too many kinks in the game. It doesn't look like it's ready for prime time. And they took the belt off of her. I think they had some exciting ideas and they had to bail on them because they just weren't going to work out. And this happens in wrestling. Like not everybody is there. Not every idea or gimmick works. And look, she's got personality. She's got athleticism. She's still got a bright future. But I think she is one of these candidates where it was like, we all thought, yeah, this is a no-brainer. Saul Ruca on the main roster. Well, it's a brainer. I think it needs to be rethought. I think it needs some time. It needs to gestate. I think they got to go back to the drawing board with Saul Ruca of the call-ups. She is the one that didn't work. I don't think they should let her go by any stretch of the imagination. I think that girl is money in the bank for them. And I think she's going to be a big draw. They got to find some way to work on it. I don't know if they need to send her back to NXT because that might hurt her status, but giving her a belt that soon and putting her in that position, and then the in-ring stuff not really being very smooth on multiple occasions.
Yeah,
really hurting her brand, and the fact that Raquel had to stand in the back with Triple H and a busted face from some more botches as they took the belt off of her just kind of signified exactly what I think the lasting impression of Saul Ruca is for most fans at this point.
Well, you made a great point recently where you said she is a prime candidate for why you need house shows. And from what I've seen of her in her matches, even when she's doing a match with like Io Sky or someone else top of the card, she's not wrestling. She's doing the dance and the stunt show and and like, okay, I do this.
Right. And I felt like she had worked that stuff out in NXT, and that feeling was kind of gone because for a while, her and what's her face? Curly hair girl. I can't think of her. And it doesn't matter. They were both just like dancing around and they didn't have that aggressiveness. It's like, okay, guys, even though we know it's fake, even though we know it's choreographed and acrobatic, like you still need to make me feel like we're watching a fight. And I felt like Saul had finally cracked that. But like when she got up to the main roster, maybe it was just too intimidating for her. Maybe it was a little too much. And the bigger ring just people say, oh, well, you're working NXT. That is like getting house shows. No, it's not. The ring's smaller. The crowds are smaller. The ring's smaller. The lighting's different. The height of the ring is different. It's different. It is not the same.
She's the only one having that problem.
What's that?
Weird. She's the only one having that problem, and that's weird.
Other people have had that problem, but her moveset, I think, was more pronounced in noticing the differences. What she was trying to exemplify had a very high level of difficulty, and you get used to doing that in an 18-foot ring in NXT, and all of a sudden you're up in this 20 or 22-foot or whatever the hell a WWE ring is. All your timing is different. Your spacing is different. And we've seen wrestlers come up and they can't run the ropes the right way at first because it's a different step, and they have those size rings at the Performance Center. And a lot of people like to work out in them, but at the same time, like if you're really hot and used to the smaller ring, and we saw the opposite in AEW when a couple of times when they've had to switch to a smaller ring because of venues or whatever, it's throwing guys off to go back to the smaller ring. Like it's the same both directions. It's whatever you're used to wrestling in. Some people like 6-sided rings.
What? Nobody does.
Okay, so now we're going to get into that. There's a whole bunch of really cool figures and stuff that came out recently, and my pop of the week, if we ever get to that, is the AAA figures, that just got released. All right, you got a bunch of cool ones. You got Psychosis. All right, Psychosis. Oh my god! And you have La Parka. Now it is the AAA La Parka. Rest in peace. But they also included one head that you could swap out with the original La Parka, LA Park, Adolfo, WCW, the chairman of WCW. So they have his old WCW face that you can put on. So you can buy the good La Parka figure.
You're applauding them making money off of him and not giving any to him, is what you're saying.
They don't give him money for that?
I don't think so.
Nope. It's their IP.
We can ask him, but I don't think so.
It's not IP that he licensed to them. There's a reason why he's
Señor Adolfo, Señor Linkin Park.
Can we talk? Can we interview him for the show?
He's from Monterrey. I don't know if he's going to be on Mexico City.
I would love to.
We can do that in the second episode.
Isn't he in our intro?
Series 2.
He punched us.
Yeah, so Byron, did you have a drop in there somewhere? Because we're at the drops segment of the show. I don't know if you caught that part where we did
hour
like
3 already.
30 minutes on pops.
Yeah,
no, mine was 5 minutes. My pop was 5 minutes.
Yeah. My drop would be, I mean, it was like the Danhausen segment with those guys. It's when I saw, I mean, it was what it was. I don't, it was bad TV. We can all agree on that. And that isn't really that offensive in wrestling, I don't think, because there's just
No,
another show
sometimes
next
the
week.
bad TV is
But-
good. This
but
one
like
just
when-
didn't do that.
When I saw a clip, I spent the first 15 seconds trying to figure out if it was AI. It just seemed that absurdly bad.
Wow.
And then, but my
Yeah,
drop
it's pretty bad.
for the segment though is that Ryan Garcia guy that they put
Oh,
him on
you stole
TV.
my shit.
And then it
So,
made it worse.
okay, I just-
it was
that's-
already
that's-
bad.
That's everyone's.
Yeah, so like you can get into it more. I'm sure you can speak more upon it than me,
I
but
don't
for
even
obvious
want to
reasons.
talk about it. Jesus Christ, it's awful.
It's just depressing that
like,
they would do
it's
business
it's
like that.
dude. This is why I don't watch WWE and just watch clips, because what the fuck was that? Like,
What the
seriously,
fuck is
like
the right
what,
sentence?
dude? Like,
That's the
it
name of
started
the
off
clip.
awful. Like, it was some. It's like, when you try and combine two things and it just doesn't work, and then it
Mhm.
just digressed from there when the racist dude came out, and then like, I don't know, man. That
Yeah.
whole segment
At one point,
in a
at one
nutshell.
At one point, you go like, "Yeah, we're doing too much." No, that's not a sentence in the creative of AEW. They just never go like,
Absolute
"Yeah,
cinema.
Ryan Garcia."
Man, is
No.
anybody else
Cinema.
thinking they're gonna
Well, that's the thing.
burn?
I don't think WWE knows Danhausen and how to do Danhausen. So
when
they're doing a little bit better. Like they didn't know how to do Bray, but they were too hands on with that and they ruined everything. But with Danhausen, maybe they're just like, it's been working. Let's just put a Danhausen segment on. And I don't know if it's good or bad. When it's over, we'll cut to a different thing on the show.
So somebody is sitting in the back in WWE and saying, "Man, you know what this Danhausen segment really needs? A racist, homophobic boxer."
Oh,
That's exactly what
Yeah,
they
that's
would
what's
say on
happening.
in that company.
I don't know.
I don't even.
Anyway.
I mean, it's like the Tony
When are they
Hinchcliffe
gonna run
thing.
Danhausen into the ground? Is my question.
I mean,
Ah,
that
no,
was
he's-
a pretty good jump start on it. I'm pretty sure.
I mean, it just like I like what they've done with Danhausen, but at the same time, I'm like, man, they are just like they're really just like gonna not. It's like you
Maybe.
like Parmesan
I'm always gonna have a
cheese
certain
on
amount
your-
of love for it. Like, bro, just meet Donovan one time and you'll be like, "Oh my god, I don't care what."
It's not a
WWE does."
Donovan thing. This
I
is
love
a
Danhausen.
WWV thing. I like Parmesan cheese on my, on my
On
spaghetti.
your what?
But if the dude just keeps doing this after, I'm like, hey man, like I like Parmesan cheese, but I also like the spaghetti. At some point, you're
Okay,
like,
that's true.
all right,
That's
stop,
You're doing the
stop
West-
with the
that's a good
Parmesan
analogy.
cheese.
No, dude, you're
and,
doing the
like,
West Hollywood Blondes. Stunning Steve Austin, West Hollywood Blondes. Who would do this?
it's great in
One of the
cheese.
greatest tag teams of all.
Anyway,
It's a motion picture camera.
Oh, I was great in cheese.
Oh, I thought it was
Ah.
greatest because he's greatest
Yeah.
tag team of all.
Let's move on.
Anyway, so
Anyway.
my drop of the week is AEW not doing a take two for the D&D McFoley segment where they said bow down and he just went bow wow and then barked for a while and they didn't cut. They just let him go as long as he was gonna go. They left him hanging. Like they could have cut out at any point.
Wait, so
But
is
they-
this the
But you really
hour
think those
of
are pre-tapes? You don't think those were
Byron's
live?
drops?
I think that was probably live. They should have pre-taped it. It wouldn't have been a big deal. You just pre-tape it, and then what you do
I
is
think they probably were like, I think TK was like, "Yeah, Sanjay, go do some pre-tapes with Foley and get me this, this, and this." And then Sanjay went to Mick, and Mick was like, "Yeah, I got it. We'll do it during the show." And Sanjay was like, okay, Mr. Foley."
okay. So then,
Because who's
how
telling
come-
Mick no at AEW?
He's a nice guy. He's a nice guy.
Is anybody?
think
But
he
is
would-
anybody there telling him no?
No.
At WWE, they would have been like, "Mick, no, we're taping this. We're taping this." Vince, the old man, says we got to tape this.
How long has he been there? And he doesn't. Why would he think this giant Amazonian, woman who towers over her entire division and keeps saying bow down? Why would he think that she would ever say bow wow?
I can think of a lot of reasons why he would think that. I mean, depending on where his
At
mind
work?
was going.
I'll say
At
At
work.
work.
Good point. Good
In
point.
a good work environment.
Good point. I mean, but he did just come over from the WWE. I mean, it takes a little bit of time to break some of those things.
Oh my God.
I thought he was doing the reverse Trish Stratus.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's what I thought. That was that. That's where my head went. I thought
Dark
he was
like a
doing the
bog.
reverse-
Dark like a
Yeah,
bog.
yeah.
Bow down if you're sorry.
Bow down to
Bow wow.
Does
Bow,
anyone
bow,
else
wow.
have a drop? Help?
No, they took my shit, so moving on.
Yeah, I think everybody would agree with that, Danhausen, and that this is like a public service announcement and a State of the Union address right now, like to WWE and TKO, like get your
They
shit
don't
together.
care.
'Cause that's the worst shit I've seen in fucking about 10 years.
They
Sorry
don't
for my
give a
slang.
crap.
I'm gonna
'cause
go
you
on a
guys
tirade
keep
now. I'm
watching
gonna go on a freaking tirade now, man.
You
That
guys
was
still watch
bullshit.
it. You
That was
guys still
bullshit.
talk about it. They're not going to
Zippy,
change
zippy,
anything.
zippy, zippy,
because
zippy, 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 zippy. When my hand goes up, my mouth goes shut.
Yeah.
Okay, because that was
Dude, you're
bullshit.
ripping on him and you're doing
Straight
this
up
shtick.
bullshit. And I'm telling you, like, that was not wrestling. That was not anything anybody wanted to see. I don't know who.
And you're going to turn in next week, man. It's like
Also,
you know,
also,
they don't give a fuck.
I think I have a drop, but I didn't watch it. But I saw some of the things in the thingies, so I think they already kind of fumbling. Perros del Mal in NXT, is that right, Pato?
Oh God.
Aren't they already ruined Perros del Mal on the? Oh my God, that's so annoying. It doesn't matter for Mexicans. We only watch AAA now. It's a thing that we're doing.
You learned real quick.
Yeah, but God, it's ruining for you, Gringos, because it sucks.
No, it's the same. It's the same thing as the Grande Americanos thing, of like, one thing is working great on one side, and then they try to bring it the other way, but they don't do the same thing, and it doesn't feel important on the other side. So why even bother? I mean, it's like Tony Khan when he brings in some random Japanese girl from Stardom on a Saturday night collision, and you know what's going to happen. It's like they get no love. Like, did Persephone win tonight? Going into Grand Slam? No.
Well, I have another drop. Can I?
At least it set up a story. I
we
at
get
least
more than
Persephone
one drop?
lost, like,
You did
set
like
up the
5.
story
Shut up.
for Grand
You
Slam.
can have mine.
Okay, thank you, bro. You know what matches are announced for Grand Slam?
Talk to me, brother.
It's three matches as far as I know, right? So it's Fletcher,
Oh, 3.
Bailey, go Mike. Mark Davis, Will Ospreay, and a trios match between the Double D's, Mercedes, and Willow Brawling Birds. No
Woof.
Mexicans.
Yet.
No Mexicans.
Tony, they're gonna put them all.
Is gonna be there.
Who's the
Bandito's
person
gonna
who get a
be
match, yeah?
there.
There's gonna be.
It's always there.
There's
Okay,
gonna
but
be
so
some
let
sort
me-
of battle royal with all of them in one match. You'll see them.
I want to
Rand
ask
will be
this
there.
question, and I'm gonna change the topics here because I think this is relevant. But I want to ask the question, and Dani de las Luchas is the person to really ask. Do Mexican fans, when they're going to a big show from one of the American companies,
What the fuck? We're Mexicans too. Okay, whatever. Go ahead.
We are
but
Mexicans, dude.
yeah, but I think she represents more of a casual fan.
Yeah.
But so what I'm curious about though, and you can answer this. I'm asking you guys, like, do you feel like the Mexican fans, when they're going to an AEW or a WWE show specifically, are as interested in the Mexican fans, or is what they're paying for to see the American act, to see the touring act, to see the big star from the other country that they never get a chance to see? Whereas some of the other performers, they might get to see a Bandito or a Commander on a CMLL
I'm gonna
show or something else.
reverse your question. Is would you like to see Tony Storm in Australia, comma?
Yeah. Because you want to see.
But no, that's not it. Because she would be a big star.
The reason is you want to see your homegrown talent versus these big talents across the world. That's what you want to see because you want to get behind. You want to get behind your product, behind the people from your country.
Suelta el micrófono.
I have
Right, so we
friends
do,
that
but
are gonna be at.
but we have Persephone
Grand
and
Slam.
Stat. Isn't that going to be a match at Grand Slam?
No,
Guaranteed.
Yeah,
Guaranteed.
say-
Yeah.
but did
They
they
haven't
say that?
announced it yet, but that's for sure gonna happen.
Okay,
Statlander's
I know, but
Mexican.
the Wednesday show, the one that but nobody's gonna even want to watch probably.
Well,
Collision
she's an
tomorrow
illegal alien.
because it's on a weird what? Because it's on a weird night.
Right.
Jesus, you're gonna go over here. Well, because it's on a weird night. You should have announced all the matches with all the Mexican people on it.
I don't know what they're waiting
Andrade
for.
was gonna get announced for sure.
You do have tomorrow night as well with AEW.
Yeah,
They're
but
doing
again,
another show.
nobody is gonna watch. So you're not certain that people are gonna watch that.
Well, I got to say that I'm really hoping that we get to see some of that. Because our little announcement is that MMMshow is going south of the border because we want to experience and see some Lucha Libre up close. It's going to be Gringos and Luchaland. We're going across the border. Tony has hooked up some stuff. We know some people. We're going to do some things because
Cables.
We-
I have hooked up cables.
we want to get the real flavor of where the heart of Lucha Libre is, what it's really about, why the customs and cultures are different, yet it's the same sport somehow, but it's really not. And yeah, maybe AEW is part of that we're going to experience that doesn't live up to the quest that I think that we're all on. Like, since the first time I saw Rey Mysterio and Psicosis, like there's been things that I want to know about Lucha Libre and where it comes from and the traditions and what you experience when you really go to a show in Mexico City, and I don't even think we can cover it in one documentary run, but we're sure as heck going to see what we can get out of a week of doing it. So I'm really looking forward to it. I'm very excited. We're going to start with the show this Friday, 2 days from now. We will be in Mexico City for the CMLL Friday night show. That's going to be awesome too, because friend of the show, Thunder Rosa, is going to be on that card and hopefully beating up some poor girl for her title. I don't know. What is that girl's name again? She's had it for a while, right?
India Sioux.
India Sioux, that's right. So
In
she's
Mexico,
got
they call her India Sioux because it actually ends like this. So, yeah, it was funny.
So
Anyway.
Thunder's got her work cut out for her because realistically speaking, she's done a lot of trios down there, but now she's got to do singles match. And
He has one singles match win, and
that was the qualifier for this, right?
No. So the qualifier, they had to eliminate everybody on it. So it's kind of a,
and then it turns into a one-on-one.
and then turns into a 1-on-1.
Okay, I like that. That's
That's
usually
really
a good
cool.
signifier of who is really ready to
That's
take
actually how
charge.
they do inaugural champions here too. By the way, they do. And then two people at the end duke it out for another 50 minutes. Yeah.
But this is also a good thing for us to look at too, because as we were talking about the difference between a national title here in America and a national title that actually signifies Mexican pride for the people and for the culture are two different things. Our national title does not signify to me any cultural representation of America in any way, shape, and or form. Nothing is less all-American than our national titles.
I think that has to do more with like the tradition of like the way that CMLL does things. And we complain fair and enough in this place about certain things that we think that can be better, especially on the distribution of the show and how you can approach it. But I think that part that they have the tradition is great. This championship in particular is the second oldest championship in the world. You can only be a Mexican national to contest for it, and it was dormant for a while because it is regulated by the Mexico City Wrestling and Boxing Council. So there was a period of time when women could not wrestle, but as soon as they allowed it to happen again, which is that on itself we could do a whole documentary and talk about it for hours. But as soon as they reactivated the title and continued the lineage of it as it was intact, this title has been in both CMLL and AAA, like, because it is held by an actual governing body that is that has both boxing,
and they're just choosing to let CMLL represent it at this point.
And at this time, CMLL is the one that has it. Yeah, that's correct.
That's amazing.
That is that was the whole reason behind that, and the fact that sometimes there's some doubters that Thunder Rosa is Mexican, even though she's from the graveyards of Tijuana. So,
but that's also part of what makes it unique, is because Thunder Rosa is 100% Mexican. She's a Mexican as she was born in Tijuana. She grew up there, but also she is not a traditional luchadora.
No,
she came to, but she is a luchadora. I'm just saying she's not a traditional one in the sense that she didn't learn lucha libre first.
She's an Amazon now, like a certified one. So
that
gives you that entitlement to say you are, that's an elite group of women, because not every woman that goes and wrestles in CMLL becomes an Amazona. Like, that's just the title if you are worthy enough. Of course, if you have been an AEW Women's World Champion, you get the distinction after a couple of matches, and you get a dual title. Of course you do. You've earned it outside, but you have to come in, and now she's working her way through this to this championship. This is her first challenge. Does not mean, in all fairness, that she's gonna get it right away, because this person, she wants to keep it. Of course, the first she doesn't want, to have an AEW dual champion try to take it away from her. But this is Thunder Rosa we're talking about, and we are certain this will be a hell of a match.
Well, she's crazy in the fact that, like, look, I think it's a win no matter what, that she gets to, fight and contend for this specific belt. And it is because, like, look, she just had a milestone birthday that we won't talk about the numbers behind, but where she's at now to really, in the last year, finally in her career become a full-fledged and recognized luchadora, Amazon for CMLL, is huge. And I don't think people realize that, like, this is an indie wrestler from America that happens to be Mexican and was born in Mexico. But she started as an indie American wrestler that learned how to wrestle at some workshops in the Bay Area. And now she is a full-fledged luchadora, and with seniority in the entire wrestling industry, going for a championship that represents her Mexican heritage. That is the most crazy, backwards, full circle thing that you could possibly imagine in wrestling. This kind of stuff does not happen.
If you want to compare this to anything, it's as if your local mechanic now drives at Formula One and wins a Grand Prix.
Right.
That's
exactly
what this is. This is what this is. Right.
I watched that movie.
In the country of his birth that he was forced to leave when he was a child.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I would say my pop of the week would be Thunder Rosa getting this run in AEW. That's another one of the things that I really love about AEW is you can still pick up other gigs, other shows that you work on, and with companies that work with that partner with AEW. Thunder Rosa now is getting a full-on run. She's not going to get she's not getting the TV time, a bunch of TV time in AEW, but that doesn't mean she has to sit still. Now she's doing this epic run because AEW is built in a way that lets their workers try and create opportunities, or the workers' representation try and create opportunities for them. I think it's great.
Do you guys saw what Meltzer had to say about his days in Mexico City? Did you saw that? The second thing he said was Thunder was amazing. Like, that was the second thing he mentioned immediately. He went on,
and he hasn't always been a fan of hers, right?
Well, yeah, I mean, there's been some comments here and there that we have to talk about between me and him. I mean, we shook hands when we were in Mexico City, and we say hi and everything. I make peace with everybody. It doesn't matter what happens. I'm always in the.
Well, look, and it's his
diplomatic side of
job to
things.
rattle the cage.
Of
Like, you can't be
course, of
mad at the
course.
guy. Like,
No,
he's
no.
only interesting because he's ridiculous. You know.
We do it here too. So it's just
Never. I've
None of the
never
same
said anything
intentions.
outrageous and or salacious to get people excited and or entertained about wrestling. That is total nonsense, Tony. Total.
Anyways, yeah. So I think that's a great way to start. But then, it's gonna be a full week, guys. We also have, like, I don't know if maybe we want to pop into the Sunday. One thing that is interesting. I've been going to almost every show they have in CMLL, and now I've been to Guadalajara. So I've pretty much seen all the major.
But so
arenas in Mexico.
I got to ask you this question, because I don't know what I'm getting myself into here. I have been to Mexico City. I have seen a couple of shows. I've seen some Lucha Libre in Tijuana, which is the easiest way for most Americans to do it. But what do you feel, Tony, like as me and Bear and Byron being Gringos? What do you feel are the top three things that a Gringo coming to Mexico City for Lucha Libre has to experience? What are the top three things?
A sold out Arena Mexico.
Check.
People can tell you what it's like, but even Meltzer, which I think he has seen everything from WrestleMania, he was wowed by the people. And then I know this is gonna sound bad for somebody that will suffer through it, but if somebody bombs on their match and people start chanting for another match, oh my God, that is an insane moment, because then people will get desperate for it, right? That's a crazy thing. And then I will say, finally, just walking around outside. Okay, so it could be either Arena Mexico or Coliseo, whatever. Coliseo has a special place for me because it is a smaller place and the people are loud and people are still, the locals there. There's not so much like, BTS.
Coliseo feels like what we had going at Lucha Underground to me. That feels like
it's somewhat that.
Yeah, because I feel like Arena Mexico is like the Ringing Brothers. Like, you're not going to be disappointed. They always put on a good show, but it's the main circus. It's the one for the families and the kids. It's the one on TV. It's the WWE-esque version of, like, this is your big time Lucha Libre show. And then Coliseo feels like, yo, this is your rowdy crowd. This is a little younger crowd. It's a little more hip and fun. It's a little more close,
And maybe it's just, I'm of course I'm biased, but who cares? That's a place where people were first, like, taking Thunder faster, like, and that's where Pato's song played correctly for the first time.
That's right. So wait, Pato has done Thunder's new theme for Mexico, right?
Yes,
that is correct.
Yes.
I can't wait to hear it. We should wait until the venue, right? Don't listen to it now.
I mean, I've heard it because I heard it when they were kind of putting it together. So it's ruined for me. But you can pop.
No. Because
I'm booing the shit out of it.
You haven't heard the recorded version that we had to do so that we could, have it. Yeah, but it's gonna be great. I cannot wait for him to, like, see the people.
Yeah, I haven't heard it in arena or in the Coliseum. Like, I just heard it on CMLL streaming, but that's it. So I'm very excited to see it in a full arena in Mexico sold out.
That's gonna be a big moment.
Hopefully sold out. It probably gets sold out by tomorrow. They always get sold out.
I mean, I got the last floor tickets.
Really?
Yeah. I got the 2 last floor tickets.
Oh well, we're gonna have some surprises for you guys. We'll talk about it later.
All right. Oh, let's go.
No,
Let's go.
You're gonna make us sit on the roof?
No, see, this is the fun part about documentary filmmaking. As if any reality TV producer could tell you. So let me inform Byron about this because he probably doesn't know. You need to
you motherfucker.
Build in a certain level of anticipation. The trick to reality TV is not so much that it's real, but that you're putting people in situations and watching them react for real.
No.
So you can't tell us too much, Tony. You have to get the reactions from us. I know Byron doesn't understand these concepts yet from all his years on Jersey Shore.
The trick to reality TV.
But if he had worked on real reality television or documentary work, you would know that genuine reactions from the cast are a very important part of what goes down.
The trick to reality TV is being loud and obnoxious.
I guess that's the other way you could go.
No, it's
catchy phrases like Gym Tan Laundry.
Snooki.
You know, it's funny. Gym Tan Laundry was created by the production because they kept writing down. They're writing. No. It's like all those shows. You know, their names and whatever catchphrases are kind of. You know, I'm known for this, and the producer told them. But GTL was created. I saw this on a documentary or something about the show. It was created because they kept writing on their whiteboard calendar, like, "Oh, what are the guys going to do today?
What are they going to do today?
Oh,
well,
they're going to do gym and tan and laundry." And it's like, oh, that's all they do. And they just stared at those 3 words enough to where they're like, "Oh, GTL. Let's make that their gimmick." They don't got anything else going on besides.
You know, that was my life for a summer. So let's move on.
The Jersey Shore. Tony has 1,000 lives.
I do. Yeah. You know,
I mean,
it was Cold Harbor, but it counts the same thing. It's the same.
We all have several thousand lives. We need to hear about some more of Comas, but yeah, for those who don't know, the reason why I let Byron on the show in the first place was because I'm a big fan of idiots, and he used to be on this show called Storm Chaser, where they would go into the fucking tornadoes. Just the dumbest thing ever. I mean, you're just watching the show like, how many dumb white guys can they pack in a tank to put in the middle of a tornado? And Byron's just out there with a trumpet leading the charge. Absolutely great programming. Love watching shows that make me say only white people would do this. I love those kind of programs.
I think only white people were on the show. But it's, you know, storm chasing is like a Midwest thing.
Would you have believed Storm Chasers if it was like 4 brothers in a truck going into tornadoes? I don't know that's believable.
I would love that so much.
No.
One of my favorite ghost shows that my friend actually shot
Ghost Brothers?
is Ghost Brothers.
Yeah.
Oh my God. They're great. Yeah. And the thing is, those ghost shows, a lot of those ghost shows are not real. They might be telling.
No, they're totally real.
They might hold on, listen. They might be because it's TV. They might be reenacting a real story that someone had, but you can't do real ghosts. Ghosts don't work on production
All
schedules.
The Ghost Hunters and Ghost Brothers crew are my friends, Byron. That shit is totally
here's the thing. So Ghost Brothers, they don't bullshit around that. They're like, you know what? Let's just have the most fun possible. And it is my favorite ghost show. And there's one segment where there was a ghost that was causing a lot of ruckus, and its name was Byron. So guess who gets clips sent to him of the Ghost Brothers asking Byron why he's so upset? Byron, be chill. Come on, man. Let's just blah, blah, blah. It's great. It's
I love Byron's
show.
black voice. Byron's black voice is the best. Come
on,
man. Just be chill. What's going on? You good? You good?
I had to borrow some of the vernacular to get the story across.
Hey, you have a quarter of a card. You're allowed.
But if you had, you know, black Storm Chasers, which is terrible to say.
No, that show would be called Storm Runners because brothers would be like, hey, man, you see that? It's time to go. We got, hey, can we go? Let's go.
Oh,
would like
damn!
that.
You see
I
that?
would
You see
like
that? That's coming.
It's like in the horror movies. In the horror movies, when you're getting chased, you see some white person getting chased by a
Damon,
maniac.
run! It's a tornado! Run! Get out of there!
They'd be like, "There's a tornado. We're not supposed to be here.
Well, they have thunder powers or
Turn the car around."
Hey, man.
Sirens,
Hey, man.
You're
Who
not
drove us
supposed
to
be there.
Kansas? Ain't no black people in Kansas.
I've been there. I can verify.
Whose idea was this?
But Pato said that they would have electric power. So
Right? They would have electrical superpowers, so they would be fine.
Anyway, my pop of the week is we're filming a documentary, and I got to rig out my phone like a camera. I'm very excited. Oh, and the light. Look, I got all the toys, you guys. So
Nice.
we have to do something. Now watch that I don't actually even
Do I
use the whole
smile for the
setup.
camera?
I don't.
Do I
I
look
have
directly
this.
into the lens, or do I act natural?
What I used to do on my camera, I used to on the viewfinder that would pop out right at your eye where they should be looking. I used to put a post-it note with a smiley face on it and tell people to talk to that. With this, I don't know. We're doing crazy fourth wall stuff. We're telling the story of our own experience. So I think the formatting and everything is going to be something that is going to be kind of interesting and new and unique. So I don't know how to
Byron,
describe it. Yeah.
I mean, it completely
I like
misses
camera
the
gadgets.
target here. So I'm wondering if you feel like your sense of humor and comedy style is going to land in documentary form.
Do you guys ever see the rest of the people in this chat laugh when you talk? I see it all the time when I talk.
Oh, you can
That
do
is very true.
For some reason, we
And
lost
that-
like 12 viewers in the last 5 minutes because we were at
My pop
12
of the week.
and now it's just 3. What the fuck happened? Like
You guys
we're
lost
all-
me.
You know what
I
happened?
lost Coma. Coma is just in
Bear
tears.
is watching something else on his TV right now. That's what he's doing.
I'm watching
Tony, what happened?
AEW again.
Tony, what happened was you closed
Red.
all your browser windows.
Listen, Brent,
You closed all your browser windows.
I'm gonna hook you up with my boy Matt Hoban, who worked on Ghost Hunters and Ghost Hunters International and Ghost Brothers and a bunch of those shows. And
What is it, Ghost Brothers?
now look, Hoban is the most famous bullshitter of all time, but there's a couple stories that he'll tell you where you'll get shivers and you'll look into his eyes and you'll be like, I know bullshitting Hoban, and this isn't that guy. Like, you really saw
No,
some
I
shit
get
and he'll be like, yeah, bro, that one time that was not a PA stumbling around in the next room. That wasn't like I dropped some paper clips on the floor on purpose to get some sound. No, this was like he's got a couple like I think Queen Mary was one of them. And
Queen
then he's got
Mary's a
another one
haunted
out
place.
somewhere. And
They all go there. Yeah. No, my point is,
there's some weird
I know
stuff
people
out there, bro. I'm just saying,
I know
I
people who do
won't
these
discount
shows.
it.
I know people who shoot and produce these shows for like the last 20 years. And the thing is, they don't operate on a TV schedule. So you don't get to determine when the ghost wants to do ghost stuff.
That's
Doesn't
why
mean
I
they
wanted to
don't
be on
do
Ghost
it.
Hunters International, because at least if you're going to be on a 20-hour haunt that like you're in Bali or something, like
Yeah.
my crew was up for that show and they picked Hoban's crew instead, took them off of Tap Out and put my crew on Tap Out, which was also an amazing experience.
Okay.
And I got Hawaii out of that one. So
Yeah, that's a good runner-up.
filming for 2 weeks in Hilo at BJ Pins, brah, that was great.
Nice. Bear, what do you think?
Why would you do that? Why would you wait
Oh,
for him to leave
no.
and then ask him a question?
I've been waiting for you to stop talking so I can ask Bear.
What about ghosts? I stayed when I was doing a different reality show that wasn't.
Oh, I thought
ghost
he was a
related.
ghost. Oh my god.
They put us in like we were in like the middle of Nebraska, and they put us in this hotel.
Oh my
that
god.
was on
Nebraska.
Ghost
Ooh.
Hunters.
Where in Nebraska? Lincoln?
No, it was like
Kearney?
just outside Yankton.
Norfolk? Yankton!
Yeah,
Oh, I've gotten in
Norfolk.
trouble in Yankton. Norfolk, yeah, I've gotten in trouble in Norfolk.
So anyways, it was
Almost.
like there was like this old freaking hotel, and all the
Yeah.
hotels everywhere were booked. And so they put us in the fucking haunted hotel for the weekend. I get there and they're like, I hope you okay, you're in the most haunted room. And I was like,
there weren't other rooms?
no, like, I guess not. So I was like, all right, whatever, man. I guess put me up in there. And then like the first thing that happened was I got like stung by a bee. And then I just mostly stayed out. It was like a really old hotel. So like they had like kind of crappy AC and like no TV. So I'd stay out till like 2 a.m. and then come back and be like, all right, take a bunch of melatonin and go to bed. Because this, like, the vibes in here are just off.
I got to tell you, I stayed at this on Storm Chasers. We stayed behind because of mechanical issues in, I believe, Abilene, Texas. And I think it was Abilene,
That'd
Texas.
be pronounced Abilene.
And the hotel we were at, their surrounding was like a 2-story Motel 6 type thing.
In
around. And it looked like it was run down like a Day of the Dead zombie movie. But then the building itself was like a tall hotel that looked like out of The Shining. You walk in, and it's like tall, and then there's like the open center area and like a fireplace. It just looked like it was out of The Shining. And so like the other guy and I, like we had our rooms, but we're both like the next day, like, how'd you sleep? Well, I slept, fully clothed with my Leatherman in my hand, just in case. Like,
can I do this now, Byron?
Yeah. Are you doing the new one? Yes. This is phenomenal stuff. It's the Trios set, which is the basic set that everyone should have. You have a wash, a toner spray, and then a moisturizer.
I'm going to crack this bad boy open because I want to prove something to you guys out there about Face.
This is phenomenal. Everyone, pay attention.
I've been using these products for about 1.5 years now, long before we were sponsored on this show by Face. And it's simply because these products are as easy as 1, 2, 3. Right, Byron? You've been using this for a while yourself, haven't you?
Yeah.
Number 1, right there. You see that number 1 on there? You can't mess it up. The beginning is 1. You start with number 1. This is your daily face wash. This is what's going to exfoliate, clean, cleanse, and heal your skin so that you can have the face that you want to have. You want the face that rules the place. This is where you start. Step number 2 is the spray toner, okay? So once you've gotten all the grit and grime off with number 1, you're going to this step, which is restorative. This is what's going to get you back on track. Step number 2. It's a light mist. It's friendly. It's herbal. It's refreshing. And it's going to bring your pH balance back into play. Then, and this is my favorite part, man, I use like 2 or 3 little squirts of this stuff and it goes all day. This is your step number 3. This is the Face moisturizer. This is magic. This is the full detail that you get when you go to the car wash. This is what makes it shine. This is that final coat that brings back that youthful look, that rejuvenates your skin, that heals the cracks and craggles and wrinkles and brings you all back together.
If you want to incorporate it into other products that we've shown, like the eye patches, the eye masks, you wash, you do your toner spray, which feels amazing, and then you put the patches on. Or you can put the face mask on, the Zorro mask they sell. And
I've been using it for approximately, I think, 7 months now. I recently went to a dermatologist, and she's told me, really good genes or you're doing something. And I was like, I am doing something. It's called Face.
That's how I genuinely feel about these products, and they're super duper easy. Steps 1, 2, and 3. But let me tell you what they say. Get ready to seize the day with a 3-step daily routine kit that's simple, easy to use, and gently formulated for healthy skin and a better shave, which I needed to do today, but I forgot. www.ownface.com, MMM20. Get that discount. Get your daily trio 3-step skincare set. They've done it for you. 1, 2, and 3, 1 box. Do get 20% off. Do yourself a favor. Get yours now. We're back. Hi. I have quick.
Hold on. Go. You know how, like I always tell you, Pato, that white people are secretly Mexican? There is a Saltillo right next to Lincoln, Nebraska.
And there's some Monterey too.
Yeah, but I mean, Saltillo is like, what the fuck?
Yeah, Saltillo, Little John.
Yeah, little jump. That's what it means. It's
Hey,
just-
I got
Hey,
scared by
Tony.
that thought, guys. You were
Go
talking
ahead,
about
Byron.
motion.
Give us your
commercial?
pop of the week, Byron.
We already did pop of the week and the drop of the week. Pay attention, follow the format. Tony, I have a
People in
question for you.
Norfolk told us not to go to Yankton. That's the widest conversation ever.
Yankton's also South Dakota, by the way. It's not Nebraska. It's just outside.
Anyway, I was told.
I know.
Anyways, yeah, we were told not to go there. They said be careful. Anyway, but we're not. That story's over.
Yankton was great.
Tony,
Go ahead,
I
Byron.
wanna I wanna ask you, how come every Midwestern town with more than 200 people has a restaurant called Gringos with mediocre margaritas?
Because
You have to get the
got-
sidecar.
yeah,
We
you
got
need more
3 of them
Mexicans.
where I'm at right now.
Oh yeah,
3 Gringos.
I remember.
Though they closed one
Yeah.
and moved to a bigger restaurant, and another one opened up
Because he was so popular. Oh my god!
I remember.
I do have to say
Yeah.
something that I forgot to mention. So in Mexico, people still walk. There is not enough sidewalks.
Oh.
However, people still walk. See, that's it. So bring tennis shoes, bro, because you're gonna.
Oh,
regret
Mexico
it.
City.
Yeah.
Walk,
Mexico
and walk,
City,
and
it's
walk, and
walk.
walk.
How should we dress?
I'm
Is it
just
gonna
in
rain?
Skechers the whole time. Even when I'm dressed nicely.
Business
Long
casual.
pants?
I don't know.
Long pants, shorts?
Long trench coat in black, sunglasses, and AK-47s inside.
I got
Look,
those.
for the
you're
movie
going to see
stuff,
them
I
now?
would say look like a wrestling fan. I'm going to dress a little nicer for the first one that we're going to, though.
Nothing but a sombrero. Nothing but a sombrero.
How do we adjust?
You can
for the
use a
color
cowboy hat.
temperature? Does it feel different down there?
Yes.
For the altitude?
Yes.
No, just for
Do
the
you
color temperature. Like
Why,
every
is that,
time
is
you
that
go
a racist
to-
comment? Is that what's going on right now?
Yeah. Does Mexico have the same oxygen as America has?
Well,
They have different
every
water.
time I watch a movie that takes place in Mexico, it's like a little bit more golden.
It's the tobacco. It's the tobacco grad.
It's the
Yeah.
heat.
Do I have to
Is it
adjust
the-
for that or anything? Do I
No,
have to-
it's the Sicario light filter that you put on
Sicario
being shot in
light.
Mexico.
You know who invented
Just
that?
wear blue blockers, Bear.
You
You'll
know
be
who invented
fine.
that?
Okay.
That movie
Alright.
Traffic.
Yeah,
Yes.
pull back on the color grade.
Traffic,
It's
Traffic, yeah.
yeah.
That's the one I did.
No,
I do gotta say, if any of you, damn, what was it? If any of you, yeah,
You just yelled
go
us.
I just yelled out. Yeah. Does take any kind of blood pressure medications? Have ever had any kind of blood pressure situation, or has ever had gout? Please be careful in the first couple of days because altitude is fucking for real. Okay, athletes, and I'm talking about the athletes that we watch on TV every Wednesday, go to Mexico City and almost fucking die. All right.
my feet
Dude,
will
like,
hurt the
just-
entire time.
I
for
lived
sure.
in Denver
Physical
for like
exertion.
3 years.
Denver?
What?
Yeah.
I
I've
lived
gone
in Denver
to.
for 3 years.
Denver is
I was there for
lower
like
than
3 years, so I'm
Mexico
like
City.
sort of. I won't be acclimated now, but I
I would
it.
feel it when I would go to Boulder. No, but Tony, do you mean like physical exertion, or do you mean like
Both.
drinking too much
So-
and like thinning your
No,
blood
like
that way?
if you let's say my blood pressure is always 120/90. Sorry, 120/80. When I go to Mexico
I don't know what
City,
that
it's
means.
135. Well, yeah, you don't have blood issue. It's 135/92 for the first couple of days. So I have hypertension. Like I'm always a perfect blood pressure, and then I always have hypertension level 2 when I go to Mexico City.
I have great
Sorry,
blood
level 1,
pressure
level
levels.
Yeah. So
Okay.
Humble
Well, you know what they
Okay,
say
so-
about hockey players in Mexico City.
There's a
I'm
league.
a
okay, Bear. Just
elite
for
athlete.
comparison, Denver is 5,000 feet. Mexico City is 7.5.
Yeah.
I know. I'm just
7,500.
saying. I know. I get the elevation thing.
Yeah.
I've had to acclimate to Denver a few times.
Yeah, when we shift into our production meeting, in hour 5 of the show.
This isn't it? Was I supposed to
would
go
like to-
live? Shit.
Oops.
Kidding.
Yeah, just like a dress like this sort of, or like these are things that are going to be helpful.
Okay. So let me There's two last things I want to do on the show tonight. The first of those is
Pops and drops.
Is a second Thunder Rosa topic, which was not planned, even though I know that's our homie. I wish we weren't having this particular conversation, but she stepped out of Busted Open last week, and I don't know all the circumstances behind it. Don't need to know. And I personally want to send a shout out and a thank you to Dave 𝔸𝕃𝕄 for getting her in there and taking care of her, and the some of the amazing stuff that they did together. I especially was a fan of Dave and Thunder and Justin LaBar. That lineup was really good. And shock of all shocks and horror of all horrors, I loved Coach and Thunder. I thought for sure I was going to hate Coach and Thunder on that show. I thought that was going to be the biggest shit show of all radio history. And it turned out to be phenomenal because she just put his ass in his place the whole time, and he loved it. They totally vibed. And he kept her active and interested and challenged on topics and stuff. I really liked them. And when I first heard he was leaving two or 3 weeks ago or whatever that was, I was like, God dang it. The writing's on the wall. This is getting ugly and it's going to be bad. And then when I heard that she was leaving and that they were turning into WWE radio, I was just like, oh, okay, I see what's going on. So first and foremost, I do want to talk about it a little bit because I feel like the coverage of it has been unbalanced in both directions. First of all, I want to say, I know Dave 𝔸𝕗𝕄, awesome dude. No disparaging comments to him, but also I think Dave, and I love everything that he did for Thunder and Nick Nemeth and a lot of those people that are on Busted Open, Tommy Dreamer. But I will say this. Don't feel bad for Dave 𝔸𝕗𝕄. I see a lot of people out there defending him and this and the other thing. No, Dave made his choice and he understands exactly what he did. He was in a situation where, you know, he had a tough contract negotiation to get the Busted Open 24/7 thing. He didn't come away with all of the power or anything. Not that he was even trying for it. He really just wanted it, but it didn't turn into Busted Open 24/7. To get guys like Coach and Sam and Rosenberg and some of these other hosts and some of these other talents in there, it had to become Pro Wrestling Nation 24/7. It wasn't Busted Open 24/7. It ceased being Dave 𝔸𝕗𝕗's baby when it went 24/7. And then to keep it going, I think the brass saw the writing on the wall of like, hey, well, we have an NFL network on here. We have MLB networks. We have Comedy Central networks. We have these networks that are based around these other bigger brands, and we focus on those topics and those products. And, you know, Ari Emanuel's a player, and WWE has some clout and some money now. Why aren't we try approaching them and making this whole thing a WWE thing? That is wrestling, right? No executive is going to know that there's a bigger world out there, and Busted Open's been a central part of it for 15 years. They're not going to understand the podcast landscape or what it means to take away certain brands from their wrestling talk and how that leaves them in a very precarious situation. The backlash from the Busted Open fans is insane. Yeah. It's crazy. True fans of that show are true fans of wrestling. They want to talk about it all. They want a station dedicated to wrestling, not WWE. I personally don't necessarily think that makes it a mistake. It's SiriusXM. Now you'll be able to turn on your SiriusXM like, hey, you're a big WWE or wrestling fan. You can't see a pay-per-view because you're on a road trip. Guess what? You can turn on the SiriusXM app and you get play-by-play of the pay-per-view now. It's Vic Joseph and Booker, but they're doing it specifically in a radio format where Vic is supposed to describe more of what you can't see, as opposed to just taking the audio stream from the main pay-per-view, because they feel like too much of that is built around, the commentary is built around what you're already seeing, so they're not saying certain things. They're going to do it like baseball radio, you know? So you're going to get that stuff. But at the same time, like, it's crazy to me that Busted Open and Dave 𝔸𝕃𝕄, and this is where Dave has to take it on the chin, is saying that nothing's going to change. We're going to give you the same insightful this, that, or the other thing. Like, no, you're WWE radio. I know you're not necessarily going to like be force-fed what to say by WWE, but at the same time, you're not going to disparage the people who are paying the checks now. Like, WWE is invested in this. It's just not realistic. Like, Triple H was on the show today, and Dave 𝔸𝕃𝕄 talked quite a bit, but it all just sounded like.
Well, there goes our monetization.
But if I was in Dave's shoes, I'd probably do the same thing. Like, I'm not mad at him for doing it, but I am saying that, like, Busted Open can no longer be trusted for any level of journalism. They are no longer a journalistic product. Whereas I feel like NFL radio and other sports radio places, you know, NFL licensed stuff to a lot of people and they just cover it. We're not at that point. To have a WWE radio station means that it's going to be skewed and stooged out to what WWE wants. It just is. And that annoys me. You know, and what annoys me even more is when I go online and I see people saying, shit, now I got to trust JD from New York for my internet wrestling and my wrestling radio. First of all, don't do that. Don't do that at all. That's a bad choice. Those are bad choices. If you'd said Russo or Cornette or Disco Inferno or us, that's fine. But don't turn off Busted Open for JD from New York. What are you doing? That's
also
crazy.
Kind of a drastic change there.
Yeah,
it's gonna be
so,
okay with the other voices. And
and Tony, I'm not trying to get into Thunder's business. I love the statement that she put out. I thought it was very gracious, and I thought that it said all the right things. And you know, I don't know if she was let go or if she decided to step out, or if they were trying to get her to say WWE things, or if Tony Khan was like, "Fuck that." I don't even think it matters. I think it's just obvious. Like, she was the one representative of the whole brand that represented AEW. And that's just not going to work in the current landscape for whatever reason. That can't work on WWE radio. You can't have a competitor announcer. You just can't. It's not going to work. But I don't know. You guys probably don't listen to it like I do on a regular basis or that I had been. But do you think it hurts wrestling overall that, you know, one of the main sources of information that was out there? I mean, Dave 𝔸𝕗𝕄 was kind of responsible for the whole Cody Crybabies thing and potentially changing the finish of that WrestleMania. You know, but that was because that was true outsider journalism and opinion. Like, does this hurt the wrestling biz now that we have 24-hour radio just about WWE now instead of what was there before?
I don't think the 24-hour WWE radio is hurting things. I think it's the vacuum of the content for everything else that will be at the detriment.
So can AEW just start AEW radio and fix that?
No, that doesn't fix anything.
No. Drive more independent places like this, and hopefully a show like this gains viewers because you can't trust Busted Open. And I mean, I guess if you want to talk about, are they going to be unbiased? I guess, did they talk about the Danhausen and Joe Hendry segment this week? Did they get on there and they like bust WWE's balls about that? Because if I don't listen, but I would have to guess
they did, not at the capacity that you would expect,
and not what it would have been a couple of weeks ago. It was just kind of like, yeah, it was a miss.
So now you're already seeing that the punches are pulled, and you're seeing exactly what you're getting out of it, because that is by far one of the most awful things I've seen WWE do. And like, if they're pulling punching on that already, then that tells you everything that you need to know about that show. And then my other question that I have is, when they're doing the like super descriptive commentary, are they going to say things like, and now Roman Reigns is power slamming Braun Breaker onto the Slim Jim logo?
I mean, I'm going to assume that they have to, because Slim Jim paid for you to see that, but you're not seeing it. So
that's
Vic Joseph
revenue. That's another revenue you can have now. Like, okay, so we did this for the logo to be there and the mentions, but now that we're doing it on radio, it's another kind of mention. So
yeah, like, are you doing a full package buy? Are you doing just the video buy? Or you want the audio representation?
No,
yeah.
I mean, so without getting into the way that I like to school you Americans about your way of life or whatever. I'm sorry. I always have to do this, but it's just that it just adds to this whole problem that you guys are creating within your country. Of this is the way that things get ruined beyond repair. If you don't have if your main supposedly unbiased show for your entertainment, it's now bought directly by the company, there is no critique, so there is no safeguards, there is nothing. So now you have Danhausen and Ryan Garcia. I mean, I think that's the biggest problem. Situation like Ryan Garcia. Now, you can say, well, we have our own platform here and we can talk about it. But this was already built into a company that has already a subscription base. Like, it has existed for a very long time. It is not like we got injected into XM radio now that there is this gap, this vacuum. So it just unfair. And you know what's gonna happen now? Like the next person up, it's gonna get bought as well, because now they cannot allow somebody else, right? Because they invested so much money in buying this company that they're not gonna permit it, that it will not be the number one listen to radio. And that's just how everything.
It's got to be too big to fail now, or else
exactly
it's a fail.
It is.
Listen, people have to watch. I mean, if you want to, that's the thing. At the end of the day, nobody's forcing you to watch WWE. Nobody's forcing you to listen to Busted Open. You know what I mean? Like they can be the number one if they want, but if people just stop paying attention to this bullshit that they're doing, it wouldn't happen. They would have to be forced to cater, or else the stock is going to go down. I will say this
from what I've heard, numbers actually dropped off significantly. Like there was a peak interest in the new product on Monday, and numbers for the rest of the week were significantly down. A lot of people were like, fuck this. And there's a cancellation of Busted Open among the IWC for sure.
So
I feel like they will get replaced with WWE fans.
Yeah, maybe. But I mean, really, are WWE fans into Sirius XM? Like, I just don't see
that. They there in the first place.
No, I think WWE fans are the same as I am an NFL fan. If I'm not home watching Red Zone, I'm in my car and I'm listening to the game on Sirius XM.
Didn't WWE
or I'm listening to a fantasy football show on the NFL Network on Sirius XM every now and then. Like if you're a big,
hold on, let's be realistic here. So you're gonna tell me that instead of opening Netflix on your car and listening to the match and maybe peeking a little bit when you're driving, you're gonna put on Sirius XM? I just don't fucking see it.
Yeah, I
just don't see WWE fans listening to Busted Open. And not to say that they won't. I just
I mean, this is a brand that hate watched WWE through the whole Roman babyface era, just like everyone else did.
You know what I want? I want them to go back and
it's that they're casual fans for the most part. They're not. They just aren't going to probably consume it. The people that would consume Busted Open are more fans of wrestling in general, not WWE fans. I don't know if you're going to find WWE fans that are just going to tune into that show at the same level that you would find if you're just covering the entire overall of wrestling. There's only so many people that actually have time to invest into that much. I think wrestling and NFL are slightly different levels.
But now you're getting a different level of guests now too. You're getting Seth Rollins, talking real talk. You're getting Triple H on there, breaking the fourth wall. Like,
yeah, but what
what is it worth? What is it worth? Triple H going on there and saying anything? what is it worth?
I
What
don't
what
want to
sleep
watch
are you
it. I
getting?
don't
Like these days, you've got the internet and social media, man. And there's so many opinions like assholes. Everybody's going to have one, man. And these days, I don't think that radio is really going to hold too much more value over social media, man. You've got that many voices out there and that many people that want to speak on it. You get it from different angles, man. And didn't they try radio before?
I mean, but this is one of the reasons why Busted Open was so amazing, was that in a landscape of selective entertainment where anybody can pick anything that they want, they were breaking through. They kicked out MMA off the network. I mean, they were 3 hours, and MMA was doing 6 hours on that channel a day, 6 to 9 hours.
They were unbiased. They were unbiased at one point.
Because it was Fight Nation was the station.
Yeah.
So it was combat sports. So they would have mostly MMA, a couple of boxing shows, and Busted Open as 3 hours on weekdays. Actually, it started as 2 hours, I think, and then it moved to 3.
To Tony's point before, like, you know, like, what I mean, like, it's like when you're brought out by the company itself, the biased sort of opinions on the product itself aren't going to be there as heavily as what they were if they were independent.
Right. I don't know.
That's
I think
But
it's
this
something
is
to watch.
also-
I'm curious, but it's going to be.
This
what
is
it
also though piggybacking on WWE creating, and they've been creating. Oh, I just remembered another thing they sort of brought up and didn't follow through, the John Cena thing. But the WWE fan club that you pay money for, and what do you get? It's like, oh, you get certain things, and this feels very much in line with what they would want to be part of that product, where you get to pay them to be a fan of theirs and consume even more of the product and buy even more of their stuff.
Yeah.
So it just feels that about as much fun as it sounds.
All right. Last thing I got to talk about tonight. We got to talk a little bit about SummerSlam, even though we're all headed to Mexico, or at least Byron, Tony, Pato, and Bear and myself are
the American continent base. You guys know this is a continent. Never mind. Go ahead. Continue.
I know everything is America, not just USA. I've been calling us America the whole show. Waiting for you to say that.
Yeah.
First of all, it should be Murica.
Murica is just like 5 states in the southeast United States.
The United States.
Let me see if I can get this on the screen. Does this get on the screen? Oh yeah.
So was SummerSlam a good show?
This in the American show.
What did you guys think of SummerSlam?
Let's get these pics out.
I'm not going to spend a lot of time on this. Are we even doing a watch along?
No, we're in Mexico City. Wait, do we want to do a watch along, or do we want to go to like
2 days?
we all get together in a room and watch it on the iPad.
Tony, ask me if I even want to watch this shit.
I have American television on our apartment.
Let's get these pics out.
We have Netflix, man. Come on.
We have Netflix. These guys really think they're coming to like a like a shitty. This is the biggest city in the motherfucking world, dude.
There's people from America trying to live here.
Yeah, I bet like Bear and Byron are gonna be like, yeah, I'm not leaving. I'm not leaving.
Do we need to?
I'm not
Do we
leaving.
need to bring? Do we need to bring food, or will there be food there in the city for us to eat, or should we bring our own?
There's donkey tacos.
We're bringing food to the SummerSlam watch along. Is that
no, definitely, Byron.
To our Mexico City SummerSlam watch along.
Bring like there will be food here, but bring an spare anus just in case that something goes wrong with it.
Are we putting our tips in, guys?
A spare anus?
Yeah, just if you have another one that you can reattach, right? Because
all right, Tony. I'm telling you straight up, I'm not coming to Mexico to drink heavily, right? And you're only further convincing me to not drink heavily, telling me to bring a spare anus.
Yeah.
So your drinking causes things to happen to your anus?
Yeah, that's weird.
I'm just saying I'm not going to get super drunk around Tony.
He's gonna get
What the
behind.
Cuesta cerveza?
No, I'm talking about
Cuesta's anuses.
I'm just like, Byron, do you think people in Mexico are butt chugging? That's like an American fraternity thing.
No, I just don't know why I need to have an anus for me and for Tony.
Your asshole will be on fire if you eat tacos with salsa, pendejo.
No,
You think I can't eat? You
the
can't eat? You
salsa
think I can't eat salsa and spicy food?
No, I know you can't. That's what I'm
Like
saying.
Capone.
I know you think that shit in Los Angeles is salsa, but it's just basically tomato.
Okay, so
It's
the
We still have to talk-
Usos,
That was our SummerSlam preview.
the Usos and Jacob Fatu versus Royce Keys, LA Knight and Solo Sikoa.
We don't know
my
what
pop of the
Solo.
week. My pop of the week is Solo. That promo was funny.
That
Yeah,
promo was
yeah.
great too.
Yeah.
Already did that segment.
So
That was like the highlight of Raw.
No,
for
that
me.
was great. He was a pew pew. That was awesome.
There, do yourself a favor and check or chat on Instagram.
now here's the question I have to ask about this match, guys. Who are the baby faces?
Yeah.
Oh shit!
Yes.
𝔸𝕃𝕄 𝓞ℕ.
What was
Does anybody know who the baby faces are in this match?
I
We
saw
don't
it. I
care.
saw it
Does
on
anybody
What
care?
is babyface?
Yeah, that's what
Who cares? You cheer for who you like the most, and cheer for Solo.
Justin, we already talked about this on the Spanish show, which you can watch tomorrow. Make sure to check it out. I don't know what time we're putting it out, but anyways, we will. I think we only cared about Penta.
Mm-hmm.
And then what was it again? Help me here, bro. You were on the show too, Pato.
His brother
I mean,
Ray Phoenix is
You're
also
not super
employed.
excited about Finn Balor versus Sami Zayn?
Yes.
Actually, yes.
What?
That'll be a good match.
Gunther versus Nick Aldis too.
Gunther
Nick
versus
Aldis.
Nick
Oh,
Aldis
that's
is
gonna
the
be
most
good.
exciting match on the entire
Gunther,
card.
Nick
That's
Aldis.
going to be
Thank
super
you.
interesting. Nick Aldis can still go.
Yeah.
He's in the prime of his career. He's
And
like
then
Ova-
same age as
Ova
Gunther.
Brock. That's it. Those are the
So
matches.
I have two drops on this topic.
And-
One,
hold on, and
Gunther
we
was
think-
called.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, are we doing drops?
No.
Yeah, we do.
That
Yeah,
was,
yeah,
I'm
yeah. So
excited
my
for
drops.
Bellas.
Anyways,
My
also
drop-
we think that Stephanie Baker is returning returning Friday on SmackDown, so that she will be added to the like the fifth women on that match. I think that's all that we care
That'd be
about.
awesome.
And that's it.
That'd be awesome. My drops are Ray Phoenix's mask on WWE
Why is
Shop
your
is now
internet so
clearance
shitty,
for
Byron?
$35. I'm not plugged in. I'm on Wi-Fi. My place.
Wait, so Pinna mask costs like $2,000 now, and Ray Phoenix mask costs $35 now?
Yes,
Copy that.
more or less.
Okay. Here's what I got to tell you about this card. I'm not going to go through and do picks because I don't think any of us care at this point for this particular card.
They got busted open for that.
My
They're having
problem.
Danhausen
Danny-
wrestle on a pay-per-view.
Danny-
Here's my problem, and this is why I think
Gosh.
WWE is in the shitter. Nick Aldis versus Gunther is the only match where the stakes make any sense to me. I get the Penta versus Gable thing, but they're both baby faces right now.
And friends. Why?
And friends, right? Okay. I don't know who the good guys and the
And
bad guys
lovers.
are in the Usos versus the LA Knight faction. I don't know who the baby face or the heel is in Cody versus Punk. I don't know who the baby face or the heel is in Reigns versus Rollins. We're not talking about one match with some ambiguity. Finn versus Sammy. I don't really know who the baby face is. Like, we're talking half of the card. And then on top of that, Oba versus Brock with Brock's retirement match at home in Minnesota.
Yeah.
That makes that match another babyface versus babyface match. What are we doing here? This is terrible storytelling. And I said this last week when I watched Raw with Bear. Like, I hadn't watched wrestling for a while. I tuned in, and the thing that WWE didn't do for me was explain why these things are happening. And we get a little bit of that in AEW, but like, they spent a lot of time tonight in AEW telling us why Kenny Omega and Will Ospreay have to fight. AEW did the thing tonight that WWE normally does, which is like, okay, everybody just buckle in, suck it up. This is going to be a really long talky bullshit segment but we're going to get a damn good video package out of it. And if AEW doesn't make a fucking video package out of that shit that they forced me to watch at the end of the show tonight, I'm going to be pissed. But if they do, kudos. WWE is some of the best doing that. What is this card? This is 2 nights? I'm supposed to care about 2 nights of this shit of babyface versus of not being invested in any of these fucking matches?
Yo, hold on. Breaking news. Do you want me to tell you something that would be super exciting? A card that is actually exciting. So they just added a Tuesday show on
the SummerSlam.
No. Can somebody mute Byron for 1 minute?
Done.
We could do a Tuesday watch along.
They're doing a Tuesday show in Arena Mexico. It's gonna call International Week. One of the matches is International Champion Kyle Fletcher versus Máscara Dorada.
No, shut the fuck up. That's my favorite match of the week already.
Are you sure? Hold on.
Oh, wow.
Thanks. I already bought
you know I'm a
Second
Máscara
match
Dorada
of the
fan.
night is Titan versus TNT champion Kevin Knight.
No.
Get the fuck out of here, bro.
You guys are gonna get some killer matches. That's killer.
And then
Oh
just
my
to
God.
finish up, and so that Coma can go to the bathroom and rub one. Bárbaro Cavernario versus Bandido.
No. Oh, we get to see him wrestle?
We go Tuesday.
Now we need to get.
We gotta go.
Smuggle me
Are
out.
we busy Tuesday?
How do I get tickets for that one?
August 4th. I'll figure it out. I'm trying to figure it out. Hold on.
All right.
They just announced this, okay? So
Can we talk to Barbenario
That's the show I
Cavanario?
want.
come
Does he
again,
speak-
Byron.
Can
could
you say those words again, please, Byron, just for my own entertainment?
Again, man?
Barbenarmer Carbonara. Who is that?
Hey, it's in there. It's in there.
Barbenarma Carbonara.
Why'd you full screen
Do it
me?
again?
It's in there.
I didn't do it. My hands are
Do
off
it.
the controls.
What?
Say it. Say that.
Barbenarma Carbonara.
Yeah.
You suck, buddy. You suck.
Carbonara.
He's reading it. He's reading the fucking name on the
Barbero Cavanario. Cinema.
it was-
Yes. No.
funnier.
I'm still a huge fan of his, but I would be super excited to watch
That
him
match
do
will
that.
be dope because Bandito will have a really excellent base to do some cool shit.
Hold on.
He's
Have we
so great.
watched
And he
this
does
match?
it.
You and I, Pato, here in Monterrey.
Which one?
Wasn't that the match? Wasn't that the
Cavernario?
match? Cavernario and
Sure.
when they
Yeah.
almost killed that old
Carbonara
lady.
versus Bandito.
They
Is
almost
it true
killed
they
that
found
old
him
lady
in a
on
frozen
the
block of
first row?
ice? Is he
Yeah,
related
totally.
to Encino Man?
Byron, why is your picture so glitchy looking? I thought you were the
he
money
didn't pay
mark.
he didn't pay his internet to pay for the flight. So
I'm broke, and I'm pretty sure there's 5 different HD streams going on my Wi-Fi right now.
okay.
Um,
And I'm not plugged in.
So yeah, that's just broke right now. So I'm trying to figure out what the fuck.
It's awesome.
I'm just looking at this SummerSlam card right now and just shock and awe.
Yeah, we're back to that.
I just don't even know what to make of this.
You're about to lose Bear as a viewer. Why do we keep talking about SummerSlam?
After we just
There was
I'm
so
just-
much cool shit on Dynamite that happened we didn't even talk about tonight. We're just
Baron
talking about
Corbin is on this card. How can I not talk about the fact that Baron Corbin is facing Trick Williams, and somehow that is premium content? A guy who was demoted and then fired from the company is brought back from Busted Open Radio to face Tricky Williams. What the fuck is this card?
Also, you could see Baron Corbin for free right now on MLW TV on YouTube.
And it's better.
Yeah.
And it's good
I
stuff.
have the full card. I have the full card now.
It's actually not too bad in Australia.
That's your pop of the week.
Tony, full screen him.
No, I
Yeah,
cannot
full
do
screen
it.
me a better card than this fuck out.
How do I switch? What's
Speaking-
happening here?
Speaking of
All right.
WWE,
And then
we
they're
also
doing a
former
Relámpago
WWE
women's match.
superstar Ricochet.
Is this? Yeah, this is it. Angel. Oh my God, Angel de Oro.
I
y Niebla
will take
Roja.
pictures. I'll take
Is it?
plenty of pictures when we draw penises on Byron's head when he falls asleep. You'll love them all.
I'll fall asleep. I'm not going to get wasted though. I will probably fall asleep anywhere.
I'm going to put Byron in a crop top shirt that says "White Girl Wasted," and he won't even realize.
Cover my mouth, bro.
How many
I won't
matches
realize
are on this
because I'll
thing?
already be in one.
1, 2, 3.
See, look, and
4,
our numbers just went up.
5, 6, 7.
This is
7 match. Oh my God. Okay.
What are the things?
So to start the match, to start the show, they're gonna have Soberano Jr. versus Commander.
that's amazing.
Noise.
Oh
This
my
gets
God! And then they're
really
gonna do
close.
the Calaveras. Oh, I love those guys. Caravela Jr. 1 and 2 versus Blake Christian and Lee Johnson.
That'll be good too.
Ooh.
Oh my God! Why keep skipping? Jeez.
Big Shoddy. Let's not just call him Lee Johnson. Let's make sure we get
And
Big
then they're
Shoddy.
gonna have, Pato's dad, Último Guerrero, Neon, 𝔸𝕃𝕄 Sandoka Jr. versus Volador Jr., El Clon, Hechicero, and Brian Cage. Oh my God!
Wow.
Oh my God. And Brian Cage, he fits in. He's an unofficial luchador,
Yes.
right?
And then they're gonna
Yeah.
have, what the hell? They're gonna have Esfinge versus Austin Aries. Austin
Aries?
Okay, this is to start the show. These are just like warm-ups. And then they're gonna do the Bandido, Cavernario, the Kyle. Yeah.
I feel bad for the last couple matches on that show because they're going to have to show out and hurt themselves before Dynamite.
Oh yeah. Well, but all of these other ones are almost also is CMLL versus the Don Callis family, which is like a NWO kind of a thing now.
Yeah, mijo, yeah.
Well, that's the standard CMLL 10 versus 10 match that I never need to see again in my life. I will tell you right now, that's my least favorite thing about CMLL is when it's like, oh, let's just get everybody paid and lower the pool for the day by putting on a 10 versus 10 match to headline. That's not a headlining match. That's a clusterfuck.
You get to see
everybody coming out and doing two
thing.
spots and then leaving.
Yeah, you get the entrance and you get the signature move. It's a total WWE thing. You know,
Hey, why don't
everyone
you guys
loves
tell me
Randy Orton.
Goatsay was here? What's up, Goatsay?
Goatsay. He just showed up.
All right, Justin.
See.
Oh no.
Stay in the mix, all that shit.
I don't have anything else. Bear wants to talk about Dynamite.
Oh,
Again.
Well, we don't
talk
have
about
to.
it.
He wants to talk about Tony. Tony Khan.
I mean, I thought. I mean, I really. I'm happy.
Otherwise, he
for
doesn't
the
get
man.
his check.
Happy with the demand won the trios title today. TK, that was and it was main event.
Oh my
You're gonna
love.
I
get
enjoy
over.
that they put. I enjoy they put the trios titles on an actual trios team too. Excited about that. I'm excited to see what their run.
Or are they going to actually be
Oh.
a trios team this time, or is it going to be Ricochet and two heaters again? Because them my boys. Bishop Khan is my dude. Like
They're gonna get
Agreed.
work, man. They're gonna be on TV with the belts. They're gonna. Get
I know.
screen
I just
time.
want
I mean,
I want a little more trios focus this time and a little less Ricochet bald. A little less.
They got-
a little more. Hey man.
they got some stuff they can work with. They can work with the Rascals. They can work with the Bang Bang Gang. I mean, there's a lot of different trios that are out there that they
Guns
could,
up.
get some
I
work.
liked it
in
better
with.
when you called them the Gang Bang Gang.
The Gang Bang Gang Gang Bang.
You called them that?
Gang.
The gangbang.
Bear did call them the Gang Bang Gang one night, a couple
Mm-hmm.
times. It was very, very epic.
Gang 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 Bang Gang.
They're another example of. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say, just overall, it was a good night of like wrestling. It was and the crowd
Okay,
was
so
hot,
my kids watched it and they've been to plenty of AEW and they know a lot of what's going on. And my son James was just like, dude, why is there all this talking going on? And I said, oh, well, because All In, blah, 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 blah. And he was like, oh, so it's a go home show. And I was like, no, it isn't, but it does feel like one. But the show's not for like another month.
All In season, baby.
You liked all the talkie? Because there was a lot of talkie tonight. The first match was a banger. But I mean, we had a half-hour overrun of talkie tonight.
I'm okay with the talkie. I think they're setting up a lot of different stuff for All In, and they have to tell these stories. And like you said, they need these promos for the video packages.
Well, and if they do the video packages from these promos, I will give it my grade for tonight's episode will go up.
Isn't this the thing they always say AEW doesn't do is storytelling? And they spent a whole night telling a bunch of stories.
No, the thing that they always say is AEW doesn't do storytelling well.
That's it.
It's not that they don't do it. It's that they don't do it well.
So my
question for you is
it's a matter of programming. It's a matter of taste. It's a matter of taste. I think they tell pretty good stories.
I think they do tell some really good stories, and you'll see that at the top of the card where there's more experienced people like Kenny Omega or whoever, and they're involved in their stuff, and they get the opportunities to make sure all their stuff gets done and done well. But you also have other things where, like, and I'll go way back to where there was the Keith Lee Swerve tag team and feud, and they rushed, 6 months or whatever, 6 weeks of storytelling, in like 2 weeks.
We almost did 2-hour show.
Yeah,
so close.
It's like the last time we saw Kenny and Will do a thing, and they became buddies overnight or whatever, and then did moonsaults off of scaffolding that didn't get covered by the cameras. That was 3 weeks of story in one night too. Tonight we got a half a night of story in 3 weeks because that promo was long as hell.
What that was my point.
Promo ties back into that.
Yeah, but was it necessary, like, for storytelling? Do these people ever, know what editing is?
And there wasn't enough heat to me to justify going that long with that promo. There just wasn't.
No,
and it's not a 3-hour show.
No, because they had to slap each other at the end of the match.
That was good. I mean, I liked where it went. I liked the content of it.
Have done that in the first 10 minutes.
A lot of it was repetitive. I felt like they were kind of droning on a little bit. But I'm going to say this. The one thing I really loved about Dynamite tonight was the selection of people who were featured looked like stars, looked like real stars. Birds look like stars. Double D look like stars. When Fletcher and Kevin were both in the ring with Callis, and then Okada came out, it was like, bro, everything that's happening right now is magical. These people look like people you want to see in top storylines, and they're barely even doing anything. Now,
let's be real, though.
What are we being real about?
I mean, let's be real. It's easy to fly like an eagle when you're surrounded by turkeys, mate. I mean, when the competition's WWE.
But it's true. Like, what WWE is doing right now is so dreadful that Dynamite did feel like a breath of fresh air, but it doesn't leave me without some criticisms. And like, I'm gonna say it, like, the Death Riders Ospreay thing. Is this what we did all that for?
Bear luck
for him to give back the patch?
No, that's definitely not ending. They're having a Ospreay versus Garcia tomorrow. I mean,
I know, but now it's just back to Willie versus the Death Riders.
Do you think that
Willie versus Omega and Willie versus the Death Riders? There's a lot going on there.
I'm not saying there's not a lot going on there. I'm saying is there enough going on there that makes sense?
What's going to happen? Is he going to go over a heel or a face at All In? Is it going to be a massive swerve? You reckon it would make sense? It would make sense but
that whole promo.
Something big's going to happen. Something big's going to happen.
That whole promo justify why Omega attacked Ospreay? Like, I just didn't get that part.
I got it. It made sense to some extent. I mean, it was a reach, but Kenny sold it.
See, we don't even need to get paid like the WWE radio to make things that don't make sense.
But I mean,
let's get Triple H on the show.
Is Mox screwing over Ospreay? Does that even register after what we already saw tonight? Like, you're not gonna be surprised if it happens now.
Exactly.
It's not going to happen because it's Wembley and Ospreay's going to win. You know, I mean, it would have been a lot. It would have. Let me put it this way: it would have been a lot more interesting for Ospreay, in my opinion, to turn heel at this pay-per-view. I would have liked to have seen him take that chair, and everybody thinks, "Oh shit, he's taking the chair from Moxley," and then just crash Kenny like that. That would have made.
I think that's good storytelling, but do you go into a stadium where you still need to sell 20,000 tickets without your big British baby face? I don't think so.
Then he's gonna be a baby face and he's gonna win it because they're gonna finish Ospreay's story.
But what if it's this? Like, what if Mox comes out and cheats for Will to win, and Will doesn't win clean?
That would be super interesting.
Yeah, but that's too creative.
Will England accept that, and will Tony Khan not give England the ending that they want of the babyface cheered Will Ospreay?
You know what?
I think that's part of the hurdles. That'll be a step where he needs to, or they'll tease it. Is Will going to take the easy win, and then I mean that's something you can do with that type of situation where Mox will knock out Kenny, and then really go will be like
I'm sorry, I forgot it's a Kenny Omega match. So Mox will come in, hit him with a chair, hit him with the belt, kick him in the dick.
Oh god,
this is gonna be like
okay, Boomer. Okay, Boomer.
I think Ospreay's got to go over. I think they've built this up far too much to go over. And on top of that, they turned Kenny to some extent. I mean, Kenny gave his justification. He's more like whatever, but you know, Ospreay's the main character right now. Ospreay has taken over the main character from Hangman, and it's I don't know.
Well, and look, I feel less ambiguous about the fact that Kenny and the Bucks feel like heels.
Yeah,
right now they feel like being the elite are heels again. They're not really announcing it, but I think it's, I don't know, you're up against Cage and Cope in one match, and you're up against, Ospreay in the other match.
That was actually a good setup.
I like the Bucks as heels, and I'm actually kind of looking forward to that match now.
If they play straightforward heels, I thought that promo was too long also. It was more talky talk, but Christian being the one true heel in the room is hilarious. Like there's 3 baby faces and Christian.
One out, yeah.
That dynamic was great, but then the Bucks kind of are going heel at the end of like, the whiny, we were always the underdog kind of thing. I thought it was good though. I thought it was good. Just it went too long, and I feel like they could have gotten there faster. But
I like the Buck promo because they said the shit that everybody said about them. You know what I mean? They addressed the shit. We're too flippy. We're too small. This is what everybody said, but we proved everybody wrong, and they're right to some extent. That all that stuff is true. That's all been said about.
Well, and I think they're saying like we still have to prove it. We have proved it, and we're gonna keep proving it because we don't have a choice. And you guys had shit fed to you, and you're old, so fuck you.
Yeah. And so like. The thing about it is like they're heels, but they're like heels in a way right now that feels like, I kind of understand where you're coming from.
Okay, so Bear, you got to tell me this though. What is your what did you really love about the show? Give me a couple things that you really loved about the show. Make me see it differently than a C average show.
I guess for me it was like that. That was a big one for me. Like I didn't think I wanted to see that match. There was a lot of these things that I wasn't necessarily super like I knew where the matches were going, but I wasn't necessarily Mercedes promo tonight too. She said some stuff in there that was like I believed she would be like mad about the Willow stuff. Still not as super invested in that storyline, but it'll be a good match. I really like that promo with Cope and Cage. and the Bucks. I think that really sold me on the match.
That was good.
It's so weird with Cope and Cage because I'm either really into it or I'm really not with them, and there's no middle ground with it. And this is one of those times that I'm like, actually, I kind of am into this. Okay, let's.
I was thinking about that on the show. I was thinking about that on the show tonight, and I was thinking these guys are good and they're very good at what they're doing, but I don't watch AEW to watch people like them do what they do. So it has to be used in the right amount in the right places.
Yeah,
it really has to be the right place. They put that match in the wrong place on that card. It's the death knell for the tag division. So
no, that tag division's about to get some people coming.
You just started off like that, man.
New Day. And
did the machine guns pop in?
You guys see that? Maybe tomorrow.
Yeah.
Motor City.
I don't know if they have them yet.
I don't know.
So from what I heard was AEW genuinely was not allowed to approach her or start trying to negotiate with any of those free agents. And several of them are entertaining bids from multiple places, including back to WWE.
That was the whole machine gun promo that they did online. And then today, the New Day released their like unicorn promo.
Yeah, it was very cryptic, wasn't it? The card
yeah. So
well, that's all they can do, and all we know, all that's really coming out of even the darkest, deepest corners of AEW is that Tony is interested in a lot of these people.
Speaking of
he's talking to at least 7 of them.
I would be too, but look at the Rascals.
Jeff Cobb was on that list today. Is one that I heard.
Yeah, hire Jeff Cobb because you only have to pay him like $80,000 a year, and that's what he was making in New Japan. So.
Wow, that was out of the sheets today, saying that Cobb was one of the ones that they were talking to.
Yeah, I could see Tony Khan hiring Jeff Cobb. Like, why not?
Yeah.
Don Callis family could always use another guy.
Yeah, they could use the Samoan. They don't have one yet, right?
But look at the Rascals, who are phenomenal. They came in hyped, and they're getting a push, and they're barely on TV. And now there's 3 other tag teams to sign.
I'm waiting for the Rascals and the Demand feud. That's got to happen, And then the Rascals. I mean, the thing is, there's a lot of interesting kind of trios teams, and like I hope they put a little emphasis on that division now that it's on the Demand.
Man, Demand versus Rascals feels so TNA to me.
That's fine. That's the thing. Is like I like AEW because you get a little bit of everything, like in terms of like match type. And I'm okay with a little bit of like peak TNA, like X Division trios match. All
right. So what grade do you give this episode? I'm giving it a C.
I thought it was. Well, let's see.
And Raw, by the way, was a straight up F. Raw was a complete fail.
I give it like a 9 out of 10. I gave 9 Mayhem stars out of 10 probably for a Dynamite. I mean, and coming off that pay-per-view, I just like the pay-per-view I gave like a 7.8 star, and so like I enjoyed this show a lot, and I think a lot of it had to do with the fans. I think the fans bumped it up probably a whole.
I enjoyed the crowd. The crowd made me enjoy stuff on that episode that I probably wouldn't have enjoyed otherwise.
ICP was there in the house tonight. Yeah. I mean, there was a lot to really like about this show. I mean, the Mick Foley bang bang. No, Mick.
I liked that I like that Mick Foley segment.
I mean, there was a lot of good stuff. There's a lot of good matches on the card.
I will be sure to put that on a T-shirt for Bear.
Meef's menu.
And honestly, I gotta say, like, I like Jay White and the Bang Bang Gang, but if like Jay White, I just still, once again, even though Jay White was hurt, don't know why the Bang Bang Gang were not used after Colton came back, because Juice can cut a promo.
I didn't think they needed Jay White at all. And I think it would have made Jay White pop, and shine through even more if the rest of the Bang Bang Gang had been really active for at least the last few weeks before he came back.
Yeah.
Like, put him on TV for 3 or 4 weeks and then pop the crowd when Jay White comes out with them one time.
I like the birds coming out. I'm
The birds
excited
were
for that.
phenomenal. Again, they looked like stars. All these people look like stars.
You know what I really liked also on the show? They did a really good job with the lighting in the promos, like where the backstage promos, like
That's because of that building.
And like the way they did that Don Callis segment, and they had like Kyle Fletcher, and the lighting was kind of pink, and then you had like Brian Cage and Jack Doyle kind of staggered up the steps. It was just really good, like blocking and lighting in all the promo segments tonight. And then Hangman came out tonight for the save, and so like Hangman was not.
Hangman came out. I think it's so weird that they brought him out with no fanfare because the show was in Virginia.
It was a really weird segment. Like my biggest drop for the whole Dynamite thing was Death Rider stuff. It was a lot. There was a lot of Death Riders and a lot of Moxley. Plus Moxley had all these internet clips out where he's backstage kind of talking through the end of the Kenny Will standoff. And it was just like all day Mox. It's a lot of Mox today. For what amounted to not much story to me. And they talked a lot backstage and confronting Will before he runs into hangers. But like, what did they actually say? They didn't really say anything.
They
got a lot of time to not say much. Whereas like,
say it in the ring.
Yeah, we turned on your boy. We wish you had known that he was evil sooner. And Will basically saying, I don't like you anyway. Like, okay.
And compare it to England's penalty shooting.
Yeah.
I want the ball. I want the ball.
Anyway, that's it. I got nothing else.
Me either.
Tony just woke up. I'm about to fall asleep. I'm about to pass out. Love you guys. Love everyone. We may end up taking next week off. We may record a little something and run it. We may do something. We may not. I don't know, because we're trying to do a bigger, better thing for 1 week of our lives and see what we can see if we can bring you guys some quality content in a different fashion that may be a little more premium content. So until next time, stay calm and stay in the mix.